towards the end. Welcome to the Just Being Frank Show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better, who do it better? I tried and told ya, but you wouldn't listen to me. Think you a soldier? You must be thinking you me. I flipped the quota, turned it into a QP to a boater, now ready to eat. Do. Top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. Oh, it's the Pope, your host that do the most, and I am about to do the most on this show here today. Shout out to Marvin in the building, in the chat early. That's what I'm talking about. The Pope in the building. I hope you and everybody in the chat are doing great. Yes, we are, sir. Oh, and then we're not. And we are, and then we're not. Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, listen, man, the CBA negotiations have been heating up. I've been sitting back from afar, peeping from a bird's eye view. You feel me? Shout out to Fly Hippie, Ben Daniels podcast. Keep the vision, angry fans, for keeping us updated. Mick Talks Hoops. Shout out to you as well. What up, Truth Teller 08? What's up, Pope? You're in my top channels to watch on YouTube recap. No doubt, man. Appreciate you. But boy, oh boy, man. Caitlin Clark still has not came out and said anything as of yet. Neither has Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, all the good top-notch players that's not included in the CBA negotiations. I'm kind of leery on why we haven't heard from them neither. Because you would think that somebody would be like, hey, they just offered us something real nice. Can somebody negotiate? Y'all get your heads out your ass. But y'all can't do that. Can you? Why you can't do that? Why you can't get your heads out your ass? Oh, y'all signing up with other leagues. All of a sudden leagues now that's coming about. Oh boy, I can't wait. Listen, now we got 10 in. Because I'm going to break down to y'all all once again. I'm going to go back over it again on when I told y'all this in real time. Because it was writings on the walls. Nothing I predicted. I didn't predict this. I just read the writings on the wall. That's all. It was there for us all to see. Some of it, a lot of us, most of y'all, I can't say us, I can't lump myself because I was already out of this. You glossed over it. You looked right over it. I don't see how because it was glaring. It was so glaring that the WNBA was coming to an end. Once Breanna Stewart went on SportsCenter, went on ESPN. I don't know if it was Pat McAfee show or somebody else. Once she announced Unrivaled, I said, oh, the WNBA is going bye-bye. Why? You may ask, well, why, Poe? Why would that mean it's going to the wayside? Well, let me tell you why. Few reasons why. First and foremost, you don't get to solicit on a job without getting fined for it. You don't get to promote another league while you're playing for my league. You called your league Unrivaled when it's a clear rival to us. You ask how? How is it a rival to the WNBA, Pope? Some of you in the back that might not understand this. Well, let me tell you how. Let me learn you. If you telling players, we're taking the top 30 players in their league, we're going to take the top 30 players in their league and pay them more money than what they paying them. If I'm part of the WNBA presidency ownerships, I'm sitting there, hold on, that can cause problems now. Because if you paying them more than what we paying them, and you giving them ownership in the league, equity in the league, what if they're making enough money where they could just say they don't want to play in 2 leagues and unrivaled is enough? And we miss out on one of our top 30 players. We missed out. And they say, I like just playing in Miami only. I don't have to travel. I love staying in Miami. And I make enough money where I don't have to play in the WNBA. That could hurt the WNBA. That's a rival to the WNBA. You're taking my players, my top, not just any of you talking about taking my top assets, paying them more assets than I can pay them. And I don't have no problems with it. I say, okay, so the WNBA is all in on going away and getting from underneath these trash players, rightfully so. Then it made me think a little deeper. And I said, okay, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, I said, okay, maybe that's why they never wanted to push Caitlin Clark in front of our faces while she was senior in high school, putting up 60 pointers, 13 threes, doing what she do. When she was a freshman, putting up 28 points a night. Sophomore, why they didn't put her in our face then? Why they didn't promote her? Let me learn you. Because they knew they was getting away from this shit. They was trying to get away from this during COVID. They was trying to I'm sure they probably been in thoughts and in conversations amongst each other. Like, man, we going on year 2025 subsidizing this shit. And now they talking about housing. We paying these girls housing. This is a real welfare league. We paying housing. We got stipends and shit for you. Crazy work. And yes, I'm going to drop the link. Let me cook for a minute, and I'm going to drop the link because I want a lot of us to talk about this, whoever want to join the panel. But let me cook. And if you want to, you got any against what I'm saying, different path you on, cool. You can come up. I ain't going to bite your head off. I'm going to be respectful. But I see, okay, we see Caitlin Clark coming from a mile away, that she's a star. They couldn't control the fact that, she dropped a historical game versus the Monstars in South Carolina and beat Don Staley's undefeated team and put up did a 40-piece while doing it. And then you see 14 million viewers watching in, watching championship game. And that made somebody scratch their head and say, this would be a perfect time we can get away from paying and, having this WNBA around. Y'all start another league. Nefesta Collier and Breonna Stewart. We got a black, we got a white. Y'all going to be the co-founders of the league. Wink, wink. We're going to get all the investigators we need to get. I mean, not investigators. Investors that we need to get to make it legit. And we sign Caitlin Clark. Y'all sign Caitlin Clark. That league gonna boom and it'll make profit year one. That girl just had 14 million watch her junior year and 19 million her senior year. Yeah. She gonna bring in the dough. We don't want to promote her. No, because we're trying to get away. Now, the WNBA don't want to look bad while doing it because you can't just snatch a league away from 75% black women. The league is 75, 80% black women. We can't, especially in nowadays today with Black Lives Matter and all this black fatigue and all this race baiting shit that's happening with black people, all this victimized. Oh my goodness. You can see it coming from a mile away. They're going to be protesting on our front line. We might even have some of our top NBA players mad because, again, the majority of the league is owned by NBA owners. So you could have had them like mad too, the Jaylen Browns and LeBron James type motherfuckers of the world. Pro-black activists. Oh, you took the game away from our sisters. Oh, we're not standing for that. Just to avoid any of that. Listen, we got to do this smoothly. We don't want we don't want Black Lives Matter all in our front steps. Because again, that's the NBA. We're the NBA. So we don't want this to tarnish the NBA brand by locking these heifers out. So what we're going to do is y'all come up with this new league Unrivaled. If you sign Caitlin Clark, it's going to be a success. Damn, Caitlin Clark don't want to play. Okay, we'll try to kill her at every turn in the WNBA. Since she don't want to cooperate, we will try to destroy her. You understand? At every turn. This is why I believe they allowed Caitlin Clark to get the treatment she got, because she didn't want to sign up to go along and get along with their whole plan and scheme, so they can back away from the WNBA and let the Unrivaled take place. But Caitlin Clark's main thing was, I don't want to play 3-on-3. The whole reason why I believe they came up with a 3-on-3 scenario league, full court, is it would make sense in it's not enough good basketball women players for 5-on-5. And even if you have two good players on the court, Asia Wilson versus Sabrina Ionescu, the majority of the rest of the players are not. It's bad. It's a bad product, right? So we condense it to 3-on-3 full court. Now y'all got open space to work, and y'all talking about only taking the top talent, so it'll look like something. It'll look better. I think that was their thought process while coming up with the 3-on-3. It'll look better. We don't need 50, 60 players, 11, 12 players on each team, 5-on-5. It's too much for y'all. Y'all need to, y'all not athletic enough. And that's the truth. They're not athletic enough. The 5-on-5, they don't have enough hoopers and athletes to make it look good. I might be a little bit off on that, because I think if they got the right coaching, then that they wouldn't look so bad. So that's let me put that on the back for a second. But I believe that was their mindset on why they did the 3-on-3. And Caitlin was, hey, I don't do 3. Like, shit. So now what we gonna do? Oh, okay. Project B. 5-on-5. Saudis who want to come in with us, and so we can offer them so much money to where the WNBA, when we do, because again, listen, all this, you got to ask yourself, all these new leagues came about when they knew that CBA was coming up 2025 to have new contracts and new things moving forward for 2026 and on. You don't think that's a coinky dink that not only Unrivaled came about, the unathletic league they got, the now the Project B, right? And Unrivaled tried we're gonna pay y'all more money, right? Shout out to Pete in the building. Pete, we're gonna talk, we're gonna chop. Make sure you stick around. I dropped that panel. So it's like, okay, what we're going to do this time is 5-on-5, and now we're going to talk about even more money than what Unrivaled talking about. And what is some Saudi Arabia's or the Project B said they're trying to find 4 or 5 billion, right, for this league, for this Project B league, so they can just pay girls a crazy amount of money. And I believe I'm telling you, that's to get them away from the WNBA, and the WNBA being able to say, we tried our best. We added teams. I told y'all that was smoke and mirrors. Because a lot of y'all was like, Pope, ain't no way the WNBA going away. They just added the Valkyries. They talking about adding. I said, listen, bro, even when they added the Valkyries, even when before last year was over, and it was in talks, though, we about to have a team in Oakland. I'm like, bro, that's smoke and mirrors. There is no way that they're going to continue a league that's been getting subsidized for 28 years, and now all of a sudden these new leagues are popping up with more money to supposedly offer their players, the top players. And again, when Caitlin said no to that, okay, she don't want to play 3-on-3. I guess they couldn't just open it up to 5-on-5. So instead, they come with a Project B. And we still have no word from CC. I'm just wondering why. I'm wondering why. Not only from CC. Again, why isn't Angel concerned? A person like Angel Reese and Asia Wilson are similar both. They're getting money off. They're getting money. They're getting enough money to where they don't need Project B. They're making enough money in endorsement deals and sponsorships. They don't need Project B, especially Angel Reese. She don't got to go play. So again, why I would think you would think we would have heard something from one of these players that's not able to be in these negotiation rooms, right? And who doesn't need to go to Project B and wherever it's going to be, because we still don't really have a clue on how much they signing players for, which I'm going to break all of that down in a little bit too, because that's crazy work to me too, that they announcing they signing all these players, but no clue to how much. that to me, that's a very weird situation as well. You're talking about we signed you, we signed her, we signed. Well, how much? That would tell us a lot. Because again, you can't pee on my leg, tell me it's raining. You got a Boomba K, who is the head president of the WNBA PA. Then you got Brianna Stewart and Professor Collier, the co-founders of Unrivaled, who are also a part of the WNBP gay A, B, C, D, LGBTQ3. Okay? You got, so right there, listen, trust me, if the WNBA and the NBA was really trying to get a deal done and keep this league alive, trust me, they wouldn't allow them to they wouldn't allow them to negotiate. They would have called it a clear, undisputed evidence that this is a conflict of interest. You guys cannot be negotiating on the benefit of the rest of the players in the debt. You can't. There's no way you can be, no way. A Boomba K, you have signed an unclosed deal, and we don't know how much you got signed for, because that's telling. It's telling. Because let's say a Boomba K signed for $5 million, $2 million. Ain't no way she about to sign nothing the WNBA talking about. Ain't no fucking way. If they already offered her, she's already signed. Ain't no way she about to negotiate in good faith for the rest of the players in the WNBA. Are you kidding me? When they just dropped her off a bag. So to me, I think it's very important that we should know how much she got signed for. Not just her, all of them. What is this league signing these players? And again, why is this so hush-hush? Wouldn't they want to disclose how much they signed these players to entice players like Asia Wilson to come to the negotiation table, if she hasn't already? Angel Reese to come to the negotiation table, if she hasn't already? Caitlin Mother Clark, if she hasn't already? Which I'm pretty sure they all have. I'm just saying. Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want to, yeah, we just signed Sophie $2 million. We just signed a Boomba K for the $5 million. We just gave Jarquell Jones $4 million. We just gave. That'll tell me you somewhat serious. But for y'all to just have them selfie, yo, check me out. I signed with Project B. I think it's going to be great for women's basketball. We looking forward for 2026. Yeah. That's how y'all find the niggas? They done read the email. We signed you. Oh, yeah. Go live for us. All right. Give us a quick little clip. Just shouting us out. Somebody say, Pope, I think you're on it. So hold on, let me read some of this. Shout out to the super chat. So I'm gonna get to everybody. I'm gonna get to us. Somebody who said that? Oh, right, radio Blimmo. I think you're on to something, Pope. I've been on to something. I said this in real time. Listen, I'm not no toot on horn, no pat back. No pat back, no toot horn. I'm just telling you. This didn't go over my head like a carry-on. When Brianna Stewart said we got another league, we paying the players more than what they making over here in the WNBA, and we taking the top 30 players, and the WNBA was cool with it, and Kathy Engelberg showed up to a game, I said, oh yeah, this is over. Before even Kathy Engelberg showed up to a game, again, when Bree Stu announced that on Pat McAfee, I said the WNBA is gone. It's a wrap. I didn't even know a new CBA deal was coming up. I didn't even know that. I didn't have to know that. I didn't have to know. I had no clue when the next CBA was. But guess what? What a coinky dink. It was right next year. It was the next year. So I said, oh, when I found that out, I said, oh, definitely. See? You can't pee on my leg. Tell me, right? I know how to simplify. If it don't make sense, it's not the truth. Learn how to simplify your life. It's not complicated. Life isn't complicated. You wake up and live the same shit every day. How are you confused? Life, once you get experience in life, it should no longer be a complicated thing. Everything should make perfectly good sense to you. And if it doesn't make sense to you, it's probably not the fucking truth. It's probably not the fucking truth. You can't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining, goddammit. It's no way you allow a professional athlete that you're paying to go on ESPN and announce another league while she's playing in your league and called it unrivaled. That's rivaling you. It's no fucking way. Without consequences and repercussions that comes with that. Again, look at how WNBA has been moving since we've been watching. They allowing Stephanie White out of her contract when she was with Connecticut just because she cried. Just because she cried, they let a coach who they deem as one of the top coaches in their league, and they let her out of her contract because she cried. And nobody gave a shit. Nobody batted an eye. Right? Bush, that's not a true professional league. That would not be able to fly nowhere. You couldn't do that in business. If you got contracts that you under and you signed to, motherfucker, you ain't just gonna be able to just walk away. Because you shed a tear or two. No. That ain't happening. So when they did, I said, look at all this bullshit. DeWanna Bonner passes up to be because she couldn't get a max contract deal along with her girlfriend from the Phoenix Mercury. They want to go live in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's really lovely. It's just too hot for me. It's too fucking hot. I couldn't do it. But it's a lovely place to live. They want to go live in lovely Phoenix, Arizona, but they can't get they both, and they want to maximize their money. So DeWanna Bonner came off of a nice season, probably one of her best seasons this last year. And free agency, she trying to get it all. And she got multiple teams willing to pay her the max. Not where in Phoenix, though, they can't afford to give her the max alongside with AT. So there's another route we can take. Really, what route is that? I go sign with Indiana Fever, which will cause a frenzy, right? Which will cause a frenzy and make everybody more money, because that trust, that talks and that engagement. When DeWanna Bonner signed with Caitlin Clark, crazy work. A lot of us made a lot of good money. I even had DeWanna Bonner all in my I was in her Instagram. She was back at me. We going back and forth, right? Me and DeWanna Bonner. And so it was booming. And then she walks away, gets paid, walks away from the team, no real reason why, sits out, still getting paid, then comes and says, "Oh, trade me now." But matter of fact, don't trade me. You can't trade me. I'm not going to even play for you to show my value. You're just going to give me a certain amount of money, and then I'm going to go to Phoenix, and they're going to pay me the rest amount of money that basically equals up to a max contract. So, hey, I just sabotaged the Fever from signing a max player that's going to be with them all year and dedicated. I sabotaged that, took that money, made it to where they can't even trade me. I have no value. I go to the whatever they put the players, the waivers, and then I demand nobody sign me on no waivers except for Phoenix Mercury. And Phoenix Mercury, and there's no investigation. But yet they're doing investigations on monkey noises out of a crowd of 18,000. They're doing an investigation on 18,000 nickels to find out if there was truly some monkey noises that they found out was about on Twitter. But no investigation. I say, yeah, this league is full of shit. They definitely don't want to stick around. They definitely trying to get from it. They don't give a fuck about nothing. Trade whoever, you go away, whatever. We're done. That shows you we're done here. We're going to rack up every money, every little dime we can get. Caitlin Clark, yeah, you injured, but we're going to say you day to day. We're going to say you day to day every day. What day is this? 56. You still day to day though. We're in day 56. They still say Caitlin Clark day to day. Boy, they got me too. They got me. You feel me? They got me. It was early though. At least I can say it was early. I went to the Dallas Wings versus the Indiana Fever game, courtsides and all that. 2 tickets. Me and my son went, only for Caitlin Clark not to be playing. But that was at the beginning. It wasn't no telling. But yeah, they dragged it out for so long. So funny. But yeah, this league is gone. Now let's go ahead and read some of these chats, man. Some of these super chats, and I'm about to open this panel up because I know y'all in the building now. I see we in the building now. All right, man. Let's go to this super chat. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. We've so far from done being cooking. Some of those Saudi princes will want a little nanny, and the allegations will come. Shout out to Comic Toby for the super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I hear you, man. I see. Let's see. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, I'm about to bring my boy up. I know he gonna want to cook. Let's read something he said. Not for nothing, but Pope was the only one saying the WNBA would cease to exist and that they were pulling a fast one with fake negotiate. Man, somebody was here. Okay. Somebody was hearing me. Somebody was hearing me. Shout out to you. Pope was screaming this from the rooftop. Man, from the rooftops. They wasn't feeling me. They wasn't feeling me. Appreciate that. They're at least trading you. Appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. They're at least trading. You think that's something? Shout out to the truth. The truth stands. You think that's something? The WNBA gave Stephanie White a great job after she completely crapped the bed at Vanderbilt. Yeah, but she got out of a contract though. So that's something. That is something. Shout out. I see a lot of people in the building I ain't seen in a minute. All right, F them picks is in the building. Let's see what he says. He says people keep forgetting the players and the league have all the way till the start of next season to reach a new deal. No, it's not that we're forgetting that. It's not at all. That's crazy how some people, even when I Because I felt like I did a very great job just right now, just laying the shit out there of why the league is out of here. You have two other leagues, sir. And I'm about to get into the new proposal that a lot of people have already talked about. Like, and what a lot of people have, and shout out to KTV for coming up with, I might pull this video up and react to it because I haven't seen nobody really react to that yet or report on that they start in the league. They so done with these niggas. I love it too. It's funny. Do away with this shit. They trying to start the WNBA season in mid-March. Look, what kind of soft ass shit is this? Instead of just telling these WNBA players, listen, we're gonna pay you $1 million. We're gonna give you that 7-figure deal. And it can go up all the way to $5 million in the future. 1.1 million this year, and 5 years from now, y'all can be at $5 million a year. And y'all like, nah, thank you. Again, man, but they say we're giving you all of this stuff. But what we're gonna do is, instead of just telling you can't play in Unrivaled, you can't play in Project B, they're gonna start the season in mid-March, right when Unrivaled ends, and while Project B is still going. And then you put, and look, they even doing for like the rookies, like, listen, we're done. This was really telling me, look, this is the nail in the coffin. Hey, rooks, we having a draft combine now. And it's in mid-March. During March Madness. And if you don't show up, we're going to take half your salary. Listen, man, that tells you all you need to know. They're done. They know, giving these players deals, they know they can't take. They can't accept FDM picks. Breonna Stewart and the Collier can't just do it away now with Unrivaled. They can't just do away with it. They can't just leave it and say, oh, we can't. Project B, if you got 9 players and signed and they paying them millions of dollars, don't let it get win. Don't let, they really paying them more than 1.1 million. They paying them more. They was like, for the ones that's not Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Because really, Caitlin, I said Asia Wilson, I just threw her in there just to throw it. But really, it's Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, the ones who good, money-wise. Because they will forever make money in this country of USA off the court. They're going to have their deals. But they will have to be playing some basketball. They're not going to be able to keep these deals. These deals is going to run dry if they ain't playing basketball somewhere. So, again, that's where I say, well, Caitlin, where are you at? Why haven't you said anything? Why? Two said they're still too busy trying to appease to them. That's why this league won't grow. The kid gloves gotta stop. The league is over. They're trying to appease to them so you won't be able to call them racist. You won't be able to call them racist. All right, let's see what after piece. He said the players are going to keep dragging this out as long as possible to get the most they can get out of the WNBA. Yeah, okay. All right. Mark my words. A deal will be reached before the season starts because past that point, it will be affecting their paychecks in real time. We'll see. Again, the way the WNBA is talking, you can't play in no other leagues. They haven't said that yet. That's coming. Them moving the season to mid-March, the start of the season, says a lot. Says we don't want you playing in that league. But again, they doing it real passive-aggressively. They've been very passive-aggressive. We're already telling them, if we paying you this much, we don't want you in no other leagues. The next one, they might even bump it up to about 1.3 million, 1.5 million at the most. And then that's when they're going to say, and you can't play in no other league. They're not going to be able to take that, especially if they already signing with these leagues and already made a deal. You can't just walk away from, especially against them Saudis. You don't want to walk away from the Saudis, folks. You don't want this Stephanie White. Yeah. Let Stephanie White try to walk away from them Saudis like that and just walk up out the contract. Yeah, off with your head, motherfucker. Yeah, they're not playing that. So you ain't signing no contracts and going back on that. You understand that? Yeah. Saudi blood money. Okay, let me drop the link. Hold on. Invite people. Here we go. I know I've been rambling. Y'all come up here and y'all can refute, rebuttal anything that I said. Agree. That's cool too. I want some smoke. Who wants some smoke? Oh shit! What did I just do? No. Turn it off. No, I don't want you. Go away. All right. What is it? Control. What is it? How do I get the link? It's been a minute. I thought it was Control Alt. What is it? Control Alt this? Ain't that? Shut up. No, I gotta shut her up. Okay. I shut her up. All right. How do I send a link? How do I put a link? I already copied it. How do I send it? Somebody tell me. Is it Control Alt Delete? What the fuck is it? Why y'all taking so long in the chat to tell me how to do this shit? Y'all know how to do this shit so fast. Why is y'all playing games with me? Y'all make me call my bookie and shit. It's ridiculous. I got 50 people in the chat. You know, nobody tell me how to Control or delete. Oh, she can't answer. She on the call. Come on, man. Control Alt Delete. What I do? Control. No, it's not Control Alt Delete. It's Control Alt. No, it ain't that neither. I ain't gonna be able to move on till y'all tell me how I can put this link in the chat. We're just gonna sit here. Somebody gotta tell me how to put the link in the chat. What the fuck did I put to make them speak? Really? Nobody's gonna tell me how to put the link in the chat? Control C and Control. Control C. Because I don't know. Okay, appreciate it, True. At least you try. Copy and paste. Control C, then V. Control C. Motherfucker. No. Control C. That don't sound right. Oh shit. That's what I used to do. That worked. Thank you. Hold on, man. Oh, it's getting hot. Move. Got that out the way. Copy and paste. Thank you, Christy Fox. Got that out the way. Hit the link if you we never gotta shut this fucking voice commander up. Hey, I did it. Get up out of here. All right, so your link showed up. Yeah, I got a link down there. Pete, where you at, Pete? Because I'm gonna go and play Let me go find it real quick. KTV Angry Fan. They had a show today, and Pete was on there, and Jerry and Tina was going at it with him and not understanding some of the things he was saying. But I wanted to break that down. Where is it? Where did it go? Not right here. Yeah, right here. I want to get into this, man, because I really, do y'all feel like it's time for Caitlin Clark to say something? Do y'all feel like that? Hold on. Okay. Go back a little bit. Go back. Uh-oh. Angry fans be going ham. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Uh, all right. Let's go. I got it. I got where I wanted to start at. Uh, do that there. Share the screen. Now, because I think it's overdue. I think Caitlin Clark should have been said something. I think she should have been heavily involved in this. Unless the only way I give her a pass is if she have gotten a threat, in which none of us are going to be able to uh, we prove. But if she's gotten threatened, which again, I know this industry dirty. A lot of y'all don't know this about this industry and think, no way. Yes, what? Caitlin Clark could have been threatened, whatever, to stay quiet, don't get involved, or something happened to you and your family. You fuck around and try to make some noise about anything. You shut the fuck up, go play golf, go do this. That's possible. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's not a possibility. I'm aware of that. Right? But if not, even still, you can gonna threaten me with a good time. Listen, I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. And if I'm gonna die by it, I'm gonna die by it. You're not gonna threaten me with a good time, sir. But that's me. I can't expect people to, take on that type of that type of attitude. Uh, but she needs to fucking say something. And again, not only, and it's not even really. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get y'all off the screen real quick because we got to have an in depth. We got to have an in depth conversation because Caitlin Clark has been rubbing me the wrong way, and the real reason why I say that is because it's almost like, which Pete says a lot. Oh, here he come. Here he come. Actually, welcome, Pete. Welcome. Hold on. Oh, hold on. What happened? This what? Pete be back. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Pete, welcome, Pete. See, my thing is too. It's like Pete was saying earlier. Which Pete, don't even. I want you to cook up when I play. I'm gonna play KTV and what happened over there when they Jerry started crashing out, Tina started
All right.
crashing. Oh,
And hello to you, Pope. And hello to the chat.
Yes, indeed. We got Pete in the fucking building, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so yeah, it's come to this time to where it's like, Caitlin, you are not tone deaf. I don't take you as one of these delusional tone deaf women. So you know how much motion you have and how much people has your back and make even money off of having your back and giving you all of flowers and all the backing that a person can get, to where to me it's a slap in my face and all of our face for you not to do nothing, and like I said, you can go play a game of horse with your fucking brothers in the front lawn, and that's going viral. That's something for us to talk about. Guess what? You go viral, God damn it, we go viral. Okay? So for you, who, again, we done showered you, we done flowered you, and we must have soured you because you don't give us no fucking flowers, which Pete was saying earlier. You don't give us shit. But again, people would say, oh, she don't got to give you shit. She don't know you shit. She woody woo. Okay, cool. That's cool. You're right. You're right. But there's a but in that. But when we are making everything crack for y'all, because it's not only Caitlin Clark who we talk about. We bring in shining lights from me, BDP, Fly. The list it's a long laundry list of content creators that has shined a bright fucking light on women's basketball, not just Caitlin Clark, which allowed you hoes to be delusional as fuck. Y'all think y'all somebody. You ain't shit. Okay? But Caitlin, again, you see all the numbers is going down. It's not up to you to save it, but it is. Motherfucker, you are the Michael Jordan. It was up to Mike to save shit. He did. Now, he didn't. Again, the league wasn't failing the way y'all's is failing, but he was out there. He did his bid. But let me pull this up. Because they was trying to go on my boy Pete earlier today. I'm mad I missed this, right? And angry fans was on Pete's side. I feel like KTV shot my guy. He I don't know if he was picking up what you was putting down or he I don't know. He was agreeing with. I don't know. But let's play.
Man. They don't know what professional is. They just know that, oh shit, we're not playing in an empty hall. We're not playing in empty stadiums no more. People are looking, ready. So now they all think they're superstars.
I just said that.
We didn't give a fuck about y'all more than 3 years ago.
That's my nigga.
They see it, but they don't see it.
Yeah.
What Pete said? He said Black Pete. Hold on. What Pete said?
What did he say?
I don't know. Everybody getting on Pete's ass. I see that much.
Hey, Pete, pull up.
I'm trying to see what he said.
I don't know what he's
comment on Pete.
What?
I just dropped. The link is in the chat. Pull up.
Damn, Pete called him a crusty coward.
Whoa. Karen's like,
wow.
Okay, hold on. Okay, because they're not pulling it up. So, Pete, can you tell the people who missed this what was happening in real time, what they reading and looking at right now?
All right. First, because you know better than anybody else, you know the classic debate we had on KTV about gender. Why did that debate start? I don't remember if you were there from the beginning of the live and heard what I said at the beginning, but the reason that shit popped off was because they were talking about Project B, and I said, they started calling me misogynistic and everything, every name in the book, because I said, as soon as money gets involved, all loyalty in general goes out the window, but especially the bullshit sisterhood. That shit goes out the window. And watch how they all start signing with Project B. Nah, you full of shit, blah, 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 this is it, you just misogynist. And now that players started signing with, see, this is the problem that I have with the stands. Their lack of objectivity, and you know that I'm consistent, and I always call it out. When the first few players, like NECA, I believe was the first one. All right, I'm no fan of NECA, but when she signed, they said, oh, NECA, blah, 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 blah. And I agree. The problem is when Kelsey Mitchell signed, suddenly a lot of people flip-flop like a pancake. And, well, you know what? She's got to do what's best for her. I'm in favor of her getting the money. Yeah, Project B ain't that bad. You know what? You know, blah, blah, blah. She should get the bag. But that's what I got a problem with. Be consistent, because when you're not consistent, what that says to me is, and this goes beyond basketball, what that says to me is you have no principles in your life. You have no moral compass. And you will defend even the worst, most vile behavior as long as it's somebody you like. We see that a lot in politics. Okay, that's why I always say, and you've heard me say this, Pope, the WNBA, both the players and a lot of the fan bases are a microcosm of society in general. A lot of the behavior you see from some fans and a lot of the players, just like the women get mad when I say, they say, oh, you generalize. When I say WNBA players, they're a microcosm of the female gender in general.
Hey,
I'm
so
sorry,
Pete,
the inherent
that was-
traits exist for a reason. But anyway, okay, I just wanted to say that about that debate. But anyway, today, what we got into it because they continue making excuses for CC. I'm with you. Okay.
no, no,
And by-
no. Wait, because I want you to, but because we're gonna get into all of that. I'm gonna play this whole thing with what they have to say, and we're gonna break it down. But right now, like you in the chat, right now as they talking on the show, you must be in a chat going at it with somebody. Do you recall who that was?
Oh, yes,
going at it
yes. No. I was the people I call crusty cowards were Retro and Tina because everybody panders to them. They blocked me, and that's cool. If you block me, I can't see your comments. You can't see mine. But what they don't understand is if I log in with a different account that you don't know about, I can see your comment. So I see them talking shit about me all the time. So I was just like, if you're gonna block me, just ignore me. It's because you don't want to read me. You don't want to interact. Don't be a fucking coward and block me only to talk shit behind my back where I can't defend myself. And everybody's key. I can take the ribbing. I can take the ribbing. I can take the name calling, but do it to my face.
Right.
Because I love the smoke, and I'm going to always tell you to your face, no matter what, man or woman. So that's why they started getting uptight. And they always get uptight when I call out the inconsistency, the excuse making for Cece. And that's why Jerry crashed out today. And I rock with Jerry. But yeah, I had to tell him, listen, it's like Donnie Does Dishes is in the chat right now. He says, CC doesn't have to say anything. Jordan didn't have to say anything, nor did Bird and Magic. Donnie Does Dishes. Here's the difference. Jordan did not come into the NBA and say, I want to uplift all the black or white players that came before me, blah, blah, blah. There is black privilege. I like to think that I earned everything I have, but there is black privilege. He didn't say anything like that. Jordan was smart. And he said, you know what? When he was asked, he nipped that shit in the bud quickly, in a flash. He said, Republicans buy sneakers too. Boom.
Hello.
That's it.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that is the difference. Donnie Does Dishes. Okay. When you say CC is the most powerful, that's what I got a problem with. When you say CC is the most powerful, Forbes named her third, fourth, fifth, whatever, most powerful female athlete in the world and blah, blah, blah. And you're always bragging about that. Then with great power comes great responsibility. And it was out of CC's mouth. Okay. There is no denying anymore. She said she had white privilege. If you want to still deny that, go argue with the wall. She said it in the Time interview, and then she doubled down the next week in another Time interview, and then a third time on the Dave Letterman show that he has now. Okay, so when you say that, and they attack your fan base, and you actually low-key co-sign that investigation into the monkey noises, but you got nothing to say to defend your fans or to defend yourself, then I'm sorry, that's weak sauce. There's only 3 groups that I give a pass to on weakness. Number 1, kids. Number 2, the elderly. Number 3, animals. Outside of that, your ass is out. You shit out of luck, especially an alleged adult. Okay, you can't not have it both ways. Where Monday, you know what I'm saying, Pope? Where Monday, Cece's a grown woman, a great businesswoman with a marketing degree and the most powerful. And on Tuesday, she's just a 23-year-old girl. Give her some grace. She's naive.
Right. Hold on. Let me get to this super chat. True Stan says, I believe when these women get what they want, they will have no more use for CC and will finish her next season. They will intentionally, bro. Won't be no next season. What do people listen? if y'all don't see the writing on the wall that there will be no more WNBA, I know some of y'all really still don't even believe, but if the writing's on the wall, just read. They have a new league called Project B that's supposedly supposed to be paying them tremendously. better than the WNBA is doing. And you already have 9 of they top players, not just anybody, 9 of some of their top 20, 30 players in their league is already signed. For how much? Who the fuck knows? But so again, on the other side, if they're not signed with that league, they signed with Unrivaled.
Yep.
And so if you think Breonna Stewart, and then again, the girls that got negotiating these deals are all signed and tied up with these leagues.
Yep.
Where of course they're not negotiating on the better half of the other WNBA players, which again, Pete, I'm trying to find out. This is where we would think, you would hear Asia Wilson come out and tweet something, say something. We got to get a deal done here, ladies. What's going on? I'm feeling that deal. I'm not like publicly, like because all this shit is public. All these deals that the WNBA is throwing at them. Here, we got this for you. You don't like that? Okay, we're gonna switch it up. Here, we give you that now. And we still not hearing from Caitlin Clark. And to me, that's the main. She knows she's the main thing. And you talk, we don't have to. Yeah, the fuck. You still want to hear from Caitlin Clark when her basketball career is hanging in the balance. It's hanging. It's like NBA, WNBA look like it's going away. She don't want to play in 3-on-3. And is she going to deal with a Saudi Arabia ran league or some shit like that because they paying everybody a lot amount of money?
That's right.
I don't think so. But let's dive back into this right quick to this video because this shit is funny, man. And you cook up and they.
Oh, before you continue, I just want to repeat something I said in the chat. I'm a witness. Pope has been the only one, and even I wasn't buying it, okay? Because he said a little while ago, some people were like, they expanded, so they're not going out of business. That was my take. That was my reasoning. They just added expansion teams. I can attest to the fact that Pope, I've been with him on Courtside Junkie and on KTV. He's the only one I ever heard say, you know what? The WNBA is going out of business. These are sham negotiations. He gave a whole list of reasons. I still didn't buy it, again, because they expanded recently. But it's looking more and more like you're right. Like this might happen. So I just wanted to come on here. That's the main reason I came on here, to give you your props for that.
And man, I appreciate that. I really do, because when I was making the title, I'm like, I wonder how many people was around and recalled.
People were calling you crazy.
And I'm talking about even when in real time, when Breonna Stewart went on Pat McAfee's and announced Unrivaled, I came up and said the league, I didn't know nothing about, I didn't know that a new CBA deal was about to come to play. I knew if they allowed her to go on a platform like ESPN and promote a rival league that's called Unrivaled, and they're going to take the 30. I said, ain't no fucking way they trying to stick around, because that tells me the WNBA, if they allow her to do that, and she didn't get fined, she didn't get nothing. And then the Festa Collier went on another show, and she promoted it. All the while, they didn't do it in the off season. They did it during season. So that told me, I said, oh, if they're allowing them to do that, then they clearly is all in with this, and this is a way. Only reason why they in on this or cool with it is because they must be trying to get from underneath, having to keep this league afloat, which they was about to do away with it before COVID hit. I remember that even before I knew Caitlin Clark. I remember hearing about how the WNBA was about to get washed away. It was like no longer. And so again, the COVID hit and all the activists and Black Lives Matter, and so they're like, okay, now we can't lock these black bitches out. We can't do it now. They got Black Lives Matter movement going, and it's moving. Shit. So now we can't do it. We got to paint some shit on the court that says equal rights and all that bullshit. We got to do that, paint that shit on the courts and put it on their jerseys and all this bullshit. And now Voila, Caitlin Clark comes. Oh shit! Oh fuck! We didn't want them to know about her ass. God damn it! Okay, now we really finna have to. Y'all need to come in a new fucking league quick, because son, this ain't gonna work out. Trust me, man. And I'm telling you, this is why Ice Cube offered Caitlin Clark that $5 million while she was in March Madness her senior year, getting ready to play in the Elite Eight versus Paige Buckers. Cube come out of nowhere. Hey, yo, I got $5 million for you to play 3 of them. Niggas is like, what the fuck, Cube? What are you doing? He knew she turned down Unrivaled. He knew they offered her in college. Why everybody thought they offered her at the end of her. No. She turned that shit down in college. Cube got wind of a league that's trying to mimic his league, right? And they got the backing of the NBA, which he's been trying to get all his existence with the Big Three, which they keep refusing to give him, right? So that was his way of saying, oh, you broke-ass motherfuckers trying to start a new league and can't even pay the girl. I can pay this girl more than what the fuck y'all offering her, but y'all won't even fucking help me out when I got your players, your ex-NBA players in this league, and it don't have nothing to do with your league, but yeah, y'all willing to try to pay her some money, some bullshit money for another league that's a rival against your league and my league. Yeah. That was Cube's whole method to his madness that y'all didn't understand, that we didn't understand.
Yep.
But I digress. All right, let's go.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Fed up with these stands and parents like Retro and Tina acting like CC's above all criticism. No, the fuck she's not. You done gave her a chance to talk her shit. She's not going to, so she can get it too. Don't
The
get
link
no
is
like
KTV. He said, hold on, no, I make good money. Wait a minute. I'm not criticizing CC. Angry fans don't give a fuck. KTV, he a young man getting his money. So I don't fault him, and he be at work. He go to work. Because believe you, trust me, you outsiders who don't, it's way more to it than just pressing record and talking shit. This shit is a whole, and even that's tiring, and that's a thing. Like, so as much as content as this motherfucker KTV put out, and as much as research he do, hats off to him. But yeah, I'm not about to do it. And I'm damn sure I criticize. Yeah, buddy. But okay, all right, let's go.
Good chat, y'all. Pull up.
Damn,
Jerry, pull up. Pull up,
said,
Jerry.
You are a dick. You don't know crap about what she is trying to handle being an international brand. Oh Lord, you know. I forgot where I was at. Never mind. I forgot where I was at. Hold on, let me rewind. All right. I forgot where I was at. Caitlin Clark is the best thing in the world, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everything should go through her. I forgot the fan base over here and shit. Y'all is crazy.
I didn't see that part.
Hold up.
And there's Jerry.
You about to jump on screen or something. What up, Jerry?
Jerry, if you listening, which I know you probably listening, you know, Jerry they bounced from my show, said he can't, when I criticized Caitlin, when I got on her for not saying that, and I said she moving real fucking weird. And I believe I was with you.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the fucking problem. They cry when I say they're not objective, that they fell into idolatry already, but then they'll unsub in a heartbeat if you criticize Caitlyn even in the slightest way.
Yeah. So yeah, he told me, I can't do it. You going down the wrong way, Pope. And I'm like, oh man, get your ass out of here. And listen, I still fuck with Jerry. Jerry, my guy. He just overly Caitlin Clark. But let's go.
Bro, hold on.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jerry? How you doing, bro? Been a while.
Let me
here we go.
Been a long time.
Hey,
Hey, man, Phil.
What's
that?
Phil.
Kiss my ass, Pete.
Why?
Listen,
Why?
CC didn't sign up for freaking Whoa.
Angry fans ain't feeling that shit. See, Angry fan, why, Pete? What the fuck? What you mean? Why?
She signed up for basketball.
Why she ain't speaking out?
Now listen.
No. You listen. I asked the questions up here.
Yeah.
So why you ain't speaking out? Why she's not?
That's my guy right there. That nigga said, nigga, you give a fuck about your $50 super chats, huh? Your $100 super chats? Nigga, you gonna sit back and listen to look at Phil at the look at Phil. Phil is dying. Oh, this shit funny. Tell me, Angry.
Not speaking out.
She's got an international brand. She's a freaking monumental star.
I didn't ask any of that.
No.
I'm asking why she didn't speak out yet, because she hasn't.
Yeah, she said.
Oh,
has-
Tina,
Which the Pope been saying is a problem a while ago. But yeah, let's go. I digress.
I'm gonna add Tina. Good
She
question,
hasn't
though. Go
spoken
ahead.
out yet.
Do you understand
But,
what it means to be an international star? It's not like you're.
Oh, so that means you can't run your fucking mouth because you're an international star. Are you serious?
It's how you keep your fans. Is you toe the line and you suck it up and you angry.
I don't agree with
Do
you.
you
but go
think
ahead.
she's gone? Do you think her brand has gotten larger since she started, or it's gotten smaller?
Smaller, probably. I don't know. You said
So
brand.
people
You said
flying
brand.
from all over
Brand
the
is
country.
larger.
That's a
Hello.
good question. Chad, I want y'all to answer that in the chat. Pete, I want you to answer that too. You think her brand has now gotten larger or smaller? That's a good question.
I think it's gotten larger. However, the fans, well, the stands, they think that it's, that their complaining has made a difference. They don't understand that if their complaining made a difference, CC wouldn't have been knocked out this year. The WNBA would have learned its lesson the first season, her rookie season, and said, we got to change shit up. Because it ain't that hard. You just tell the refs, call it this way. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as her brand, of course, she's got more endorsements now. She was top 5 in 2025 in earnings. So yeah, of course, it's gotten bigger, sure. But Jerry's is trying to say that her silence is what has made her brand get bigger. That's what he's getting at.
I mean, to be frank, right? Listen to this. I mean, okay, so it's somewhat truths behind it. Because one thing we all loved about Kobe, Mike, Tom Brady was they just went to work. They didn't do none of the talking. They didn't do none of the all that tweeting shit. I know that was before Jordan time, but Kobe was around with tweeting. Kobe ain't tweeting shit. All that posting Tom ain't tweeting shit until the end of his career, where that shit was over. Where he already even won 6 Super Bowls, where he kind of started interacting on social media more. But you had whole 20 years where you ain't getting shit from Tom. You barely hear anything from Tom Brady, especially outside of that nigga was eating, wearing Uggs and eating organic ice cream, shit like that, sugar. But other than that, man, Tom wasn't giving you commercials. He wasn't giving you too much or nothing. He was strictly laser focused. Same with Kobe. Kobe wasn't into doing movies and all this other shit and just being out there. Bunch of this, that, and the other. He was locked in. And so when it comes to that, I think that does help her in a sense. But it's the difference is her league is in turmoil. The league she loved
Exactly
is in turmoil and it's going under. And that to me,
Bingo.
if that was happening like in the NFL, I think Tom would have fucking for sure said something. I think Jordan would have said something. Kobe would have said something if they was in a predicament. Where they came to the league, they was the only one to draw the attendance, the viewership, the numbers, the jersey sales. They're the only one that's doing it all. And y'all bullshitting around, negotiating with all these other leagues. Yeah, I would have to come out and say, hey, bro, I don't know why y'all keep negotiating. Fuck this. We need to be, and I don't know if she doing this behind the scenes, because she very fucking well could be, but most likely not. Okay. So, but if she calling people on Skype calls like that, I don't know, but you would think like, hey, yo, we can't allow a Boomba K to negotiate. We can't allow Breonna Stewart and Professor Collier to negotiate. They are clearly conflicts of interest and not going to be looking out for everybody's best interests. So we have to come together like butt cheeks and do something different if we want this league to stay afloat. I don't want to go play in Saudi or play wherever Saudi want us to play or whatever that league is. Whoever the fuck owns it, I don't give a shit if it's the Africans, if it's the Saudis, if it's the Mexicans. I don't give a shit. It ain't the WNBA game. And now I'm here and everything is looking good and they got a good deal for us on the table and y'all pussyfooting around and just keep kicking the can down the road. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Shout out to BDP in the building. But let's go. Let's cook.
I answer it correctly.
Yeah.
Brand larger because she's going elsewhere.
Exactly.
In the realms of basketball, people are not giving a fuck anymore. She's getting abused. She's saying nothing about it. That's it. Stop making up fucking excuses. Stop wiping her fucking ass like you're her father. She's a grown-ass woman now. She can speak, and she has not spoken. And that's a fact.
Do you think that should
I missed this, Pete. I didn't hear Angry Cook like this.
Demand that Stephanie White be ejected from the team? Do you think she should demand that Kelly and Amber should get bounced off the team? They're the freaking biggest problem to her success. And then you started talking about Sue Bird, and you talked about Aaliyah Boston not saying anything. Leah Boston hasn't done shit concerning CeCe. She stood over her while Kennedy Carter knocked her to the ground, and she moved around.
Beat her on.
How did Aaliyah Boston?
And so she has to. You're talking about CeCe has the responsibility to turn on everyone. Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, the whole freaking team other than Lexi and Sophie don't have her back. So do you understand what you're asking her to do? You're asking her to go against everyone.
I'm asking her to speak her fucking mind because she's supposed to be that person.
Thank you.
What are you talking about?
What
are you talking about?
I don't understand what you don't see. When you start the snowball,
the fuck you don't see, to be honest with you.
When you start the snowball,
all he see is CC. That's his problem. He see too many C's.
Yep.
Yeah, Jerry, man, you was a cool dude until you became too CC shrewd, man.
you'll start gathering steam, and anytime she responds negatively, all the vipers will come out.
Stop wiping her ass. God damn, bro.
Wiping her ass. And the thing is, too, CKTV would never say what Angry is saying. But listen, the thing is, chat and everybody, shout out to Christine in the building, lovely self. The thing is about, she don't got to speak up about what Kelly Cristobal and Stephanie, that she can keep in-house in the Indiana. We talking about speaking up on the league is going by the wayside. And you got all these you got Project B that first came out a few months ago talking about they was going to sign her to $50 million. They're looking forward to getting Caitlin Clark over here. So, yeah, she should come out and say something about something of where she playing basketball. What's her next move? She got too many of us in limbo wondering what's going on. Caitlin, how you feeling about Project? She should be transparent with her fans that, hey, yo, I'm hoping we get a deal. Say anything, even something like, I hope we get that deal looks good. Or I hope we get this deal done. I hope we get this done soon. Or I'm looking forward to 2026. Something for her to go silent about all of this while all this is going on. Again, this isn't like Mike and what Kobe and what Tom Brady was then. They leagues was smooth. It was smooth sailing. They didn't have to say shit when it came to that. Okay. Caitlin, I feel like for her, she is the driving force of women's professional basketball. And so she should have been said something by now. What do you think, Pete?
I totally agree. Matter of fact, I think she should have spoken up when she was quote unquote injured.
Yes. Yes,
That was
exactly.
some foul shit that she did, in my opinion. That's why, for anybody wondering, people are asking me in
Mhm.
comments all over videos, Pete, you used to defend Caitlyn so much. What happened? That's what happened. I don't think it's right. I think she did her fans dirty when she was quote unquote injured because she didn't say anything. And you got
Right.
somebody in the chat say, Cece doesn't owe them anything. I don't know if you're talking about the fans, but I've seen people say she doesn't owe the fans anything. Yes, she does. Yes, she. Are you fucking kidding? She owes her fans everything because it don't matter how great you are on the court. Without fans, nobody gives a shit because nobody's gonna see it. You know how many
You
great
understand?
musicians there are on the street and nobody knows who they are. They don't get any airplay. Without the fans, Cece's nothing. So she
Hold on,
does
hold on,
owe the fans.
hold on. Good. Love that because what he just said is so true. Me, I'm one of the best lyricists, best songwriters, best rap artists to me ever. You can tell me differently. And actually, I got evidence. So you might not even look at it. Only reason why y'all don't look at my shit the way you might would. If I was a famous nigga if I gave that song, the ones you know about that I done, if I gave that to Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar rapped my same fucking lyrics, oh my god, oh my god, it'd go crazy, right? So the only reason why y'all don't take it that way and look at it that way because why? I'm not famous, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not signed. I don't got that. So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, he can do good music. Oh yeah, that shit sound hard. Oh, that shit, it's actually really good. But you're not gonna respect it like a person who's signed and got fans, a large fan base. See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it don't matter how good I think I am, right? I don't got
Yeah.
the fan base to go to Kendrick and say, man, I'm better than you though. He laughed me out the fucking room. You understand?
Yep.
So fans is everything. And we definitely made Caitlin Clark because ESPN didn't. ESPN, Fox Sports, none of them mainstream media, they didn't. We bang the door every day, bang people over the head about Caitlin Clark every day. Us content creators who covered her every move, who had her back at every turn, every time she faced some hatred towards a player, a GM, the refs, the this, the that. Oh, we covered it.
Exactly.
Anytime she came out with anything from the logo t-shirt, we bought it. Basketball, we bought it in the blink of an angel's eyelash. So the fans is everything, motherfucker. Stupid. Let's go.
All right, hold on, Pete.
Angry. I got a question for you.
Because, yeah. I mean, simple is like, look at all these girls who's been in the league for how long. Asia Wilson, we didn't know who they was. We didn't know who none of these girls was. So it didn't matter that they was MVP of the league or winning champion.
Exactly.
You know who the fuck you are. so yeah, fans are everything.
Cinderella, nigga. Calm down.
I got a question for you. You're in the fucking street. Okay? You're in the street. A gang of 10 guys comes up and somebody starts giving you shit.
Angry was going head down. Angry was talking to Jerry like a nigga in the hood. Let me go back. he going straight Yonkers, New York on my nigga Jerry. Bronx, Brooksville. He going straight Harlem on my nigga.
Shit. And so she has to. You're talking about Cece has a responsibility to turn on everyone. Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, the whole freaking team other than Lexi and Sophie don't have her back. So do you understand what you're asking her to do? You're asking her against everyone.
I'm not gonna speak her fucking mind because she's supposed to be that person.
Thank you.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't understand what you don't see. When you start the
I don't know
snowball,
what the fuck you don't see, to be honest with you.
when
Go
you
ahead.
start the snowball,
Tina, you're
it'll
on.
start gathering steam, and anytime she responds negatively, all the vipers will come
Man,
out.
stop
with
wiping
the
her ass. God damn, bro. That shit get
Yep.
annoying at times.
Ain't it?
All right, hold on, Pete.
Angry. I got a question
She's not
for you.
Cinderella, nigga. Calm down.
I got a question for you. You're in the fucking street, okay? You're in the street. A gang of 10 guys comes up, and somebody starts giving you shit. You gonna go ahead and start swinging on the first guy because you got your feelings hurt? Because you'll get your ass stomped into the ground. Well, that's what she's in.
Okay, but the difference is, you said I'm in the street versus 10 people. Somebody says something. They didn't say shit to Clark. They violated her the entire time she's been in the WNBA. And we've all
You're
seen
in a freaking mob. You've got a whole mob that's after
you.
you.
Leave and the Raiders and go back to dirt. What are you not grasping about that? What are you not grasping about that?
She wants to play.
Oh, hold up. They over here making it. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell to face.
I'm surprised Jerry didn't take his ball and leave when Angry was getting angry at him, but I digress.
She could have been come and said, I'm the face of the team. I don't care if I don't like it.
And guess what happens?
What
The
happens?
entire mob turns on you.
God damn, bro.
The only reason she's where she's at and her popularity is so high is because, in spite of all the problems, she's kept her.
That has some validity to
And
it.
the only thing I can hope for is the new marketing people that bought her marketing company.
Tina, what do you mean the coach is going to sit her? Are you crazy?
Hold on, Tina.
No, she's right.
Hold on. Tina, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, shit,
I'm
she's
like
right. Okay,
so
go ahead, Tina.
confused. Like, where?
Can y'all hear her?
Yeah,
we are.
Tina's another one.
I'm
I
like,
don't hear her. I'm
trying to
gonna leave
figure
it.
out
Yeah.
the main point.
Yeah.
I got so sidetracked by this. I think when Caitlin gets back on the court and plays her game, she's not going to have to worry about anybody questioning whose team it's going to be. She's going to let her play speak for itself. Now, I tend to agree on the side of.
All right. Tina, can I cut you off real quick? I cut you off.
Yeah.
This
Angry,
is
oh, what?
She plays her game. Stephanie White don't even want the ball in her hand. So how is she playing her game?
exactly.
Well, and I agree there. This is what I think, though. I think she has had a lot of pent up energy from having to sit for a whole year. So I don't think she's going to take it from Stephanie White like she did last year. That's my hope. And I think Stephanie White may have got enough of
This
information.
is the shit that kills me, though. Is with Jerry and Tina, because I don't think Angry is just talking about speaking on Stephanie White and those issues. I think he's talking about in general, just like how me and you talking about. But me and you, even Pete, we even talking about, like you said, from the injury, right?
Yep.
We even speaking about why she ain't said nothing since the injury. But I think Angry is more like all this shit that's going on because everybody is discussing the negotiations, the CBA negotiations, the Project B, the Unrivaled. That's really the main thing. And Caitlin Clark, through all of this, has not said anything.
And that's why you see Angry getting frustrated, because it gets to a point where all the excuses, I mean, the mental gymnastics, it just, come on, man, it gets to be too much.
It does. I see. Like, because this really, what Jerry and Tina is arguing is not even really what Angry is on. And that's why Angry is like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? You going into Stephanie and you going into this and you going into the mob. Nah, man, it's right now. What's happening in real time is women's basketball seems to be hanging by the wayside, and Caitlin Clark is the main player of it all, and she ain't said shit.
Yep.
From the higher ups that she better not do exactly what she done last year. She better, if she wants to keep a job, because this would be her last year if she tries to put the reins on Caitlin again. So I'm going to go in the optimistic direction that Caitlin gets to play her game, and but I do have to err on the side of keeping her cool. Now, she could say a little bit more, but I want to stick with the fact that her persona needs to stay exactly where it's at because it keeps her above everybody else.
Above the fray.
It makes her above the fray. She looks better to everybody. And in the end, come on, guys, this girl's going to win. She's going to win over all this BS, whether it's this year or one more year. She'll be on the top. I don't
See, now,
think
the
it's
thing
time.
I agree with Katie Clark is not addressing a lot of the bullshit when it comes to the hate that the girls, that other players do around the league, in the Indiana business. Like, I believe she'd keep it in house. You should keep any of that type of shit in house. You go complain to the front office. You go complain to that type of stuff. That don't necessarily need for everybody to hear what you got to say when it comes to that. And then her not playing victim, even though she's getting targeted and treated fucked up, and her not feeding into it, that benefits. So that part is correct. But her not saying nothing when they're trying to sabotage, it's clear the players in the WNBA PA is trying to sabotage getting a deal done for the WNBA to continue, what Caitlin Clark and all y'all say. This is her dream, is to play here, nowhere else. Then shouldn't she have said something by now?
Exactly.
That, to me, she should have said something publicly, and that wouldn't be her looking bad in a bad light, like she complaining about the treatment from the players. No, it's, I want to keep our league afloat here. I'm not trying to sign with Project B. Let me let that be known to y'all, because they say they using my name talking about $50 million. I'm not signing with them, okay? And I'm not. You already know I'm not fucking with Unrivaled. So we need to get the deal done. Like, that's what I need to hear from Caitlin Clark.
For her now to get in the gutter and act like some of these other people.
Pete, I mean, Phil, jump in there. I'd like to have Phil's.
The difference is these other people ain't her. That's she's not them. She don't speak like them. She's not disrespectful. So no one's saying violent disrespect.
The host. Phil, I want to hear from Jerry. You ain't the goddamn host. You don't say who next. He might want to hear from Pete first. Shit.
She should know her worth at this point in time. Why wait a whole nother year for her to say something like, come on, man, what are we talking about?
Angry, you're preaching to the choir, man. I'm over these stands, all of them.
Well,
Go ahead, Pete. Okay, Pete, talk. I'm listening.
I was pulling up.
I'm listening.
Jerry, you know how
this ain't the Jerry show, okay? This ain't the Jerry Springer shit. You don't get to tell who go next. Pete go next. Let's go, Pete.
Fuck with you. You just called me a dick. That's all right, man. I don't sweat it. That's fine. Listen,
man, fuck that. Get that nigga. Get him.
I'm gonna tell you guys the truth.
Get him. He's ready.
Like I always do. Angry, you know, when you have children, you defend your children to the end. Your child can unalive somebody, and you're gonna be like, nope, my child was at home. I'm gonna defend. Yeah. That's what these
anything, not me. Nigga, you going to jail, nigga. You going to jail.
Stands have become. I've said it before. When you cross the line from fandom to idolatry, you start talking like Cece is your motherfucking daughter, your niece, your sister, and you lose all objectivity. I've been saying it for 2 years. Saying it for 2 years.
You've been right.
People. For those of you who may not like me, you already know I don't give a fuck. You can call me any name in the book. It's all good. I love it.
Pete sound like me right here. What up, Pete? Okay, never mind. I thought you called me. All right.
But I will tell you this. You guys got to say, first of all, Jerry, you say she's got an international brand. Man, you know what an international brand is? Leonardo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, 50 million fucking followers just on one social media. Okay? That's a level TC's never going to get to. Okay? Now,
no. I don't agree with that. I was with you for a minute. You done fucked it all up.
Yeah. I get where Pete was going. I understand. Like, Ronaldo or none of them, they're not selling out like Caitlin Clark. Not at all. They're not. But I get what he's saying. He's saying they're more known. international. They're lyrically internationally known. And Caitlin Clark is working her way, but I get what Pete's saying. But yeah, not as far as more recognizable, I would say, especially in America, is definitely Caitlin Clark.
What I was trying to say there, if I may, what I was trying to say there, Pope, is that Jerry and other people like Jerry, they talk like, yes, Caitlyn is an international star for sure. That's undeniable. But they talk, part of their argument why she shouldn't speak up. Oh, she has her brand to protect. Muhammad Ali had a brand to protect. Dude risked prison. Okay, to stand on business. They just when they start talking like Caitlyn is the only star who has ever had a brand to protect. She's the first star with a brand. That's what gets me. It's like then you got to point out to them. You know what I mean? It's like, since you like to brag about social media, go check how many followers Lionel Messi has, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, then we can talk, okay? People pack out 100,000 seat arenas to watch them play, 80,000, easy. It's just that talk, like she's the only one. Yes, she has a brand, absolutely. Yes, you should protect it, but stop talking like she's the first and only person who's ever had a brand to think about and using that as an excuse for her inertia, let's call it inertia, her unwillingness to speak up about the league that she has said openly she wanted to uplift. That's all. But it gets good. It gets good right here. Oh, it gets good.
Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. Let's go. This is where I came in at. This is where I came in watching. I didn't see how Angry Fan was good. I'm glad I went back there because Angry Fan was going crazy on Jerry. Let's go. I love to see it.
Listen, stop talking like you guys need to stop talking like Cece is the first person who has been a star, the first person who has signed a ton of autographs. She's got to protect the brand, blah, blah, blah.
She's the first woman in history to do what she's done.
Listen.
She's one of one.
No. Jerry, it's my turn now. You guys don't get to have it. You guys don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to say, and I've told you this a million times, you don't get to say Cece is the GOAT. She's the most powerful woman. Look what Forbes said. She's the most powerful woman in sports. She's the most powerful woman in the WNBA, blah, blah, and then constantly make fucking excuses for her cowardice and her refusal to speak up. That's what I mean when I say you guys act like
I agree with Pete. It's starting to get sickening.
It is fucking sickening.
He just says this stuff. He just used this shit because he wants to stir everything up. That's
no. I'm saying, refute what
he always is doing it.
You see how they crash out? Always, every time.
They crash out. You ain't even really got in your bag fully yet.
Yep.
You just laying the foundation where you're about to go, and they can't take it. Tina get the cussing now. He's a piece of shit. She's so mad. Jerry's so mad. This is hilarious.
Mind you, these are the same people who say it's not what Pete says, it's the way he says it. Mind you.
I agree with him on
it.
On every
work
podcast.
No.
On every comment. On every bulletin board.
Refute it.
Stirring shit up.
Refute it. Just refute it. That's all.
That's it.
You stir yourselves up. Tina, you stir yourself up because you believe Cece is above all criticism. Okay? That's the bottom line. Okay? Everything is an excuse for her. Well, if she speaks up, like Jerry, if she speaks up, the Vipers will come. Guess what? That's fucking life. Okay? That's life.
For some.
Period. Because you guys are hypocrites. On one side of your mouth, you say, you know what, Cece needs to exert her power. She needs to go in there and say, fire fucking Stephanie White right now, blah, blah, blah. And then when people like Angry or me say she's a coward for not speaking up, what do you think will happen if she speaks up? You speak out of both sides of your mouth, depending on the narrative of the day, but everything winds its way around to one premise.
Hey,
make CC unaccountable at all costs.
Hey, Pete,
You
you got
guys
No,
stop getting.
Pete, stop. Pete, stop. Now, I want to hear what Jeremy and Tina got to say.
Hey, let me have just 1 minute, Tina.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Go
1
ahead.
minute. All I need
Great.
is
Let me get him, Tina.
60 seconds. Picture Tiger Woods at his prime. Did you ever
Yo.
see him attacking anyone?
Angry, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Hell yeah.
Tiger Woods never he never attacked anyone ever. He let his play do the talking.
Exactly.
He became
Again, who talking about attacking anybody though? That's
Exactly.
a worldwide phenomenon, and Saturdays and Sundays you were in front of the TV if he was
Tiger
playing.
didn't have to say shit. Neither. It's different scenarios.
Totally.
Totally different scenarios. Golf is he took it on his shoulders. The game went boom, and everybody went boom right with him. You didn't hear nobody talking shit about Tiger. None of the other players, the golf players. You didn't hear the commentators acting like they praised the shit out of Tiger. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Tiger was like fucking Jordan to them.
Exactly. And Pope, let me just tell you one thing. You just heard it right now. The word attack. Nobody is saying, you just said it, I'm gonna repeat it. Nobody's saying she gotta attack anybody, but you know why they say that word? Because that's all they know is attack, which is why, for example, they hate me because they take every criticism I make about CZ as an attack. Anybody criticizes CZ, they take it as an attack. Okay? You criticize CZ, oh, I'm unsubbing. You attacking CC. So they think that by us saying she needs to speak up, we're saying she needs to go down to WNBA players level and start talking smack, do a Dejanay, curse out an Uber driver, go on a racist tirade. No, we're not saying that. We're saying speak up. And I'm surprised, well, not surprised, but it's ironic that they say, oh, you want Cece to attack. They're the first ones who will tell you Cece speaks better than 95% of the league. She is media trained, so she wouldn't have to attack anybody. She's intelligent enough. So it's ironic for them to automatically jump to, you want her to attack people. No, we're not saying that, but that's their mindset. That's all they know. That's how they take everything, as an attack. But they're the same people who will say, Pete is a dick. He's a piece of shit. Blah, blah, blah. And then they'll say, like I said, they'll say after out the other side of their mouth, it's not what Pete says that makes me angry. It's the way he says it. They can call you names. It's okay. The gaslighting is off the charts.
Off the chart, P. You 100% correct. I done lost in 1,000.
They just pissed. Listen, Pope. They just pissed because, like most people in society, okay, society. Yeah, let's talk. Society has gotten to the point, Pope, where a lot of people with the fake positivity bullshit. Okay, people are allowed to say bullshit and say lies, and everybody just nods in agreement, like yeah, and nobody calls them out. You see what happens when you call people out or just ask one follow-up question? They crash out.
All right, let me read this comment because this is kind of a crazy comment from Racer 305. Says it's not her place. The WNBPA represents the players, and they are the ones negotiating. And to be honest, they are doing a damn good job. Now, Racer, I don't know if you're trolling, but you are aware that the president of the WNBPA has signed a deal with Project P.
Exactly.
Are you aware, sir, that the other two negotiators are co-founders of a rival league called Unrivaled?
Unreal.
So,
this comment is diabolical.
It is. So the fact that you don't think it's her place to step up and say, hey, are y'all really negotiating? Are y'all DEI hires? Are you DI hires just to go along and get along and act like y'all doing some shit, and meanwhile y'all signing with other leagues, you promoting and trying to get your league off the ground, the Fessa and Breonna Stewart, right? Y'all trying to get all the college players and all the top players to play in your league, and meanwhile the CBA, the WNBA is saying, we don't want y'all to play in no league if we're going to give you this money, which we willing to give you. But we don't want you to have to play in this league and that league. And again, that's the craziest thing to me. This is why I feel like Caitlin Clark should definitely say something. It's like, what the fuck makes you think you're going to get $1 million here? And why would you want to? If I'm making enough money in one place, why would I want to go to this place to play and that place to play and risk injury? People think why they had all-time injuries this year. Yeah, because they playing unrivaled. They going over season plan after they just had, trust me, they had last year, Caitlin's rookie year. That was the first season of the WNBA.
Can I answer that for you when I get a chance?
Yes. That's the first season, because you know how much different of a season that was compared to any of their other seasons. Any of them playing, from DeWanna Bonner, who's been in the league for 30, 50 years, right? She has never seen no shit like this before in her life, right? Yep. And so that's the first where the TV is talking. I mean, you on all this. It's the first league the league was relevant, and that was strenuous, I believe, on them, because what a lot of them was complaining about the race shit, all of that bullshit. So there's a lot of stress on them during Caitlin's rookie season, and then you go play somewhere else and do whatever, and you come right back and you try to play in the WNBA, and a lot of y'all got hurt all season long. So you don't need all these leagues if they giving you $1 million plus to play for 5 to 6 months. Go ahead, Pete.
I just wanted to ask what you think about this. Do you think it's possible? Here are two theories why you definitely could be right about them trying to eliminate the WNBA. Let me ask you something. Who's your NBA GOAT?
My WNBA GOAT?
NBA.
MJ.
Okay. Why not Bill Russell? He's got 11 rings. Why do people not pick Bill Russell? You know the argument. What's the first thing they say? He played against plumbers.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Where am I going with this? There's two reasons why, two very big, good reasons why you could be absolutely right, and they could be trying to end the WNBA. Number one is, and both having to do with Caitlin Clark. Number one is her entry into the WNBA began to shatter their wall of activism, okay, where in the sense that people, they still keep it up every chance they get, but people, the new fan base was like, nah, we ain't having that, okay? We're here now, we're pumping money in, we're creating a new economy for you, a new revenue stream you never had, we ain't having that. So one reason they could be trying to destroy the WNBA is so that they conserve all of their records that she is sure to smash, because the all-time assist record, she was going to shatter that shit probably even in half the time it took Sue Bird, who has the record currently. She might even shatter the total points of all time, which is why they continue to prop up Asia Wilson. Okay, a lot of people don't connect those dots. You know, come on. Okay, they're trying to she just got another MVP. They're trying to put her tallies out of reach the way they did with Diana Taurasi's gold medals. Put it all out of Caitlin's reach. So that could be one reason, to preserve their records, as many as possible. Because if the league ends, that's it. Caitlin can't break another WNBA record. Reason number two is that if the WNBA ceases to exist, you just said they Project B signed like 8-star players. You got unrivaled, more star players over there. The talent pool is being diluted. So what happens? Even if the WNBA continues to exist, if a lot of these old legacy, old guard players leave, what's the argument going to be against Cece? She didn't play against the best. She can never be the GOAT. You know they're going to say that. She played against plumbers. Even if you got Juju, Flage, everybody is going in, they're still going to talk about this old guard like they were the fucking dream team from 92. And they're going to say, she's Bill Russell. It don't matter if she wins 6 rings and Asia never wins another one and just ends her career with 3. Asia played against the best. Cece did. You know they're going to say that. So that could be another reason.
Man, for real talk. Good shit. Peter says, I can't see his name. CC has just the fame, yet gets compared to these GOATs who won it already. Yeah, listen, man. When it comes to Mike, especially when it comes to Mike, everybody knew Mike was the GOAT well before he won 1 ring. It was the best thing we ever seen. He was destroying and dominating the league. We just knew he didn't have a team. But he was the best thing we ever seen. He was damn sure my GOAT at the time as a young kid coming up as well. Best thing I've ever witnessed, and still to this day. Best thing I've ever witnessed played a game of basketball. So it doesn't take rings. You can tell a champion when you see a champion. Now for Tom,
I gotta disagree with you, by the way. I'm sorry. For me, the best I ever saw was Delonte West. He's the GOAT. He got LeBron's mama. She could have had anybody.
Yeah,
she chose him. He was the chosen one.
That's funny. All right, let's get back into this. Man, because it's about to get heated up some more. Let's go, Pete about to get the cooking some more.
That's what CC is.
They have coaches in golf. Do they have coaches in golf?
Absolutely, got coaches in golf.
Is that a team game?
No, it's not.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why you talking like
That's why I'm telling you.
Can we stick to Caitlin Clark, please?
Angry. You have Stephanie White, Amber Cox, and Kelly Croscroft, including half her teammates, that hate.
That's the white man crash out right there. He went nuts. You got that?
What do you not get?
Okay,
you have examples. You have examples every time she gets on the court, whether she's on the bench or not. What the hell do you guys got to...
Hey, Jerry, relax. Jerry, you too old to be doing all this fucking yelling on people's lives, Jerry. You're going to scare people. Jerry, relax. You too loud. You too old to be getting this loud. You probably got veins popping out your neck and shit and all that. Relax. You don't need to have no heart attack on no fucking lives around here. This is just Caitlin Clark, okay? Just saying she needs to speak out. You're going.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, my brother Pope. If you didn't know Jerry, if you didn't know Caitlin Clark's name, wouldn't you think he's defending his daughter?
Man, you think he was defending Mother Teresa around this motherfucker?
See.
So why is she not saying nothing?
She stands up and she gets just absolutely wiped off the fucking face of the.
But why is she not saying nothing? That's the whole point.
Because that's the purpose of staying above the fray.
Oh, please.
She's gonna take it,
what?
And she's gonna get all these people removed.
Oh, you see, now she's powerful. Now she's powerful.
Pete, be quiet. It's not your turn. This is
go ahead, Tina. Please go ahead.
You hear? Can you stop it 1 second? I want the chat to tell me. Can you please stop it 1 second, Pope? I just have a question for you.
She will speak up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to ask you in the chat a question. Does Tina not have the quintessential prototypical Karen voice? I mean, if Disney ever did a movie named Karen, they could hire her as the voiceover. She's got the voice, and not just any garden variety Karen, not the I demand to speak to your manager Karen. She's got the voice of a Karen that goes up to a black family in the swimming pool at the housing complex and demands to see their key card to prove they live there, even though she knows damn well they live 4 houses away from her. She sounds like the kind of Karen that calls the cops on a little black girl for the high crime of operating a lemonade stand without a permit. That is a voice. Can you imagine, fellas? The fellas in the chat. Can you, and the women, just imagine you were a man. You just finished working an 8-10 hour shift. You're fucking exhausted. You're in your car. You're driving home. You're yawning. Every stoplight, you're yawning. You can't wait to get to sleep. Get home, pop the key in the lock, open the door. But before you can plop down on the sofa, the first thing you hear is Tina's voice. Just picture.
Hey, Razor says if the max $2 million average salary is close to $800K, owner can demand that they only play in the. Listen, man. Do you not understand? This is nuts. They make $60,000 right now. So to go from 60,000 to 225,000 for 5-6 months of basketball, that's pretty good money. You think?
Absolutely.
And that's for the end. That's for the player that ain't playing. They don't even get no PT. That's sitting at the end of the bench, and you just there just in case injuries or something like that happen. You at the end. You could be getting paid $225,000, and to sit at the end of the bench. Now you went from $500,000-$600,000 plus to be a role player, and $1 million max. From 225,000 max to 1.1 plus 1.2 max plus revenue shares and things of that nature. So you getting up there. Again, I don't know why y'all feel like, especially even, are you a black man or is that just a picture of a black man you got on it? Like, for you to think a league that's never generated no money to just all of a sudden just pay you a bunch of money because of one player. And don't kid me with it ain't just, it's only Caitlin Clark. If it wasn't Caitlin Clark, they wouldn't even be able to fix their face, their mouth, to say anything about $1 million.
That's right. And getting an increase to not even put in the work, because don't forget, Pope, Satu Sabali told us she gets in the gym maybe an hour a day. And you know damn well she's not the only one. So they don't even work on their game like a Kobe. Yeah. Forget Kobe. They don't even work on their game like the bench players in the NBA.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, for you to think that that's not a crazy lift going upwards. And again, plus it can be $5 million in a few years, depending on how the league is going. So it can go from $1 million base salary to $5 million base salary within 5-year mark. It could be making $5 million a year. That's in the deal too. So to act again, it's disingenuous to say like it ain't Caitlin Clark. They got the numbers that it's all Caitlin Clark of why the league is booming. They can take non-Caitlin Clark games and look at the numbers compared to what y'all been doing all the other years. Even with the rise that Caitlin Clark and the eyes that Caitlin Clark has brought, right? And then they look at Caitlin Clark's numbers, and it looks great. It's fantastic, from viewership to attendance to jersey sales to every engagement. It's all up. Yep. So again, man, y'all can't go trying to push your weight around like, yeah, we've been doing this. We've been headed on this high upwards trajectory. No, you haven't. That's not true, right? And there's facts and stats to back that up. So back the fuck up and be happy to sign this deal. But that's hard to do, Raster, when you got Project B and Unrivaled saying we gonna pay you more than what the NBA is gonna pay you.
Pope, can I echo something that you also said on multiple lives? You said Caitlin Clark threw a whole fucking monkey wrench in the game. The owners don't want her there because they're used to the status quo, and now they got to pay these players more where they could have just kept cruising. You said that. I remember, so I'm going to give you props again. And you're absolutely right, because now a lot of people are so against the players, they're actually siding with the owners. And I just commented right under a KTV video. You know what? Before you give the owner so much credit, just understand this entitlement that you are bashing in the players, the toxicity in these negotiations, it was created by the owners because for 27 years they let them run roughshod, become an activist league. They never provided a strict, enforceable, or enforced code of conduct. They never required mandatory media training, nothing like that. You didn't have really player suspensions where you should have. You know, they play fast and loose with flagrant foul. Just all of it. The owners created this, and I posted an analogy about it. It's like when people say, oh my God, Mike Tomlin is a genius for being able to manage Antonio Brown all those years. And I always tell people, wait a minute. I know Mike Tomlin is one of the most winningest coaches ever. And he's considered a great coach, but Mike Tomlin enabled Antonio Brown. He is largely responsible for creating the Antonio Brown that you saw in Pittsburgh and you see today because he enabled that shit because AB was a superstar wide receiver. And that's another problem too. You know, when you're a star, you get away with a whole lot of shit. Let's not forget the punter. I'll give you another example. The punter from the Buffalo Bills.
You've been too long, Pete. You've been too long-winded. I don't mean to cut you off,
sorry.
Brother. But because you don't be so long-winded, Pete. Pete, cook. Because I'm telling you, the shorter, even better. Because you be cooking off the top, and then you'll start going. And you might lose some people. They'll lose track of what you was actually saying. Because some people can't pick up what they go over the head like a carry-on. They can't pick up what you put down. So you got to hit them with something smooth real quick and let that sizzle in their spirit. It'll fester
more this year. But it's not going to be on to the level Pete wants her to spew because that's just not her. She's better than that. But she will say more angry this year. I believe she will. I'm not saying she is not blameful for anything, but the majority of the stuff is not on her. So you can't, I think Pete comes on here and he wants to make it all about she's pathetic. She won't talk about herself. She has said some things. She just does it in a more discreet way. She'll be a little more forceful this year, both with Stephanie White and the things she says. But she's not going to act like what Pete's saying she should act because she shouldn't act like that.
How am I saying she should act, Tina?
You want her to get up there and say, oh God, I don't even want to give an example. I know what you want.
I know where you're going. Tina, let me just.
That's because she couldn't. Y'all know why you saved her right here, though, Pete, because you should have made her give an example.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if you're talking, right, if you're going to say, oh, what is it that you know? Sit here like an adult, Tina. You're an adult. Sit here and tell me, what is it that you think I want her to do and say? Because you must.
Oh, the same thing happens further down shortly, and I don't save her, and she gets caught out there.
Yeah.
To clarify for you, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm not saying she should get up there and berate people. Let me make that clear. Okay. Let me make that clear, Tina. I'm not saying she should get up there and act the way these other WNBA players act sometimes. Let's be totally clear. However, since we're going there, I'd love for you or Jerry, either one of you, to give me one example. You know, from day one, her fan base has been attacked relentlessly. They've been called racist. They've been called every name in the book. Please, either one of you, just give me one example, and I'll shut up. Give me one example where Cece has stood up and thanked and defended her fan base.
Okay, this is what I'm going to This is what I'm say. I'd like to get off of Pete Badfield. I'd like to hear you speak.
Right. Ran.
You see?
She ran. Yeah, I want y'all to answer that question too, because I'm trying to think of
never. The answer is never.
I'm trying to think of a time where she said that. Now, F them picks, let me get to this comment real quick. He said something about, they're not supposed to take the first deal. That's dumb. Of course, yes. That's not the case though. See, again, you've been disingenuous. They're not even trying to negotiate. You can tell they're not even trying. They didn't call everything disrespectful, and it's not even about the negotiating. Because I would be all fine and dandy with it if they wasn't signing to Project B and Unrivaled the way they are. If they weren't looking to sign deals everywhere else. The fact that all three, I don't know how many other ones are involved in the WNBPA, but the three that we know of, Abumba K, who's the president, who's the HNIC of the WNBPA. God damn, all these goddamn letters. Sound like the alphabet. But we know she's the president, and we know Fessy and Bree Stu are also part of the negotiation, who are co-founders of a whole nother league that's rival to their league. And again, if you don't understand yourself, Elfton Picks, and Unrivaled is a direct rival to the WNBA, on the fact that, again, if the league is successful, which it won't be because they don't have Caitlin Clark, but if it was to be successful, that could make WNBA players who now play for Unrivaled say, I don't need to play in the WNBA no more because I'm getting good equity. I'm getting 300,000, 500,000, $1 million, whatever it is from Unrivaled, plus the equity is lovely. That I don't even need. I just play for Unrivaled, and I don't gotta play the W. That's a big possibility, and that's coming. You taking one of the WNBA's top assets, because again, they not just signing the role players in the WNBA, they signing some of their top players. So I don't want my top players playing in no other league. That's not allowed in no other professional league. You can't do certain things. It's in their contracts to where you can't go snowboarding and cliff jumping and all that.
Bungee jumping, even motorcycles.
Yeah, it's in their contracts from basketball, baseball, football. It's in their contracts. You can't do no other shit, let alone another league that's rivaling my league. So just you losing sight of who's negotiating. Are they really negotiating in the best interest of the players in the league when they have better deals elsewhere themselves? Goodness. Not that hard, fellas. Not that tough.
He said,
okay, so you don't have an example.
No,
Just
I'm not
have-
listening.
Okay.
Got it.
I'll go a step further. Hold up, Pete. I'll go a step further. I have yet to hear Jerry or Tina ever say anything even somewhat negative about Caitlin Clark.
Look how
It's
they
hard
struggle.
to find something.
Do you want me to?
It's hard to find something. It's hard to find something. I love you, Tina. No, I don't. But it's hard to find something. Listen, and not even negative. I think he don't really mean negative. I think he means
critical.
Correct. You know what I mean? That's it. He not really meaning negative, but critical. Can you ever critique anything? And it's hard to find something. Let's see what Jerry say.
It's
Say
real
something
hard.
negative.
It's hard because it makes it seem like you guys are not realistic at times.
No, I don't think that.
I'll say something negative.
What you got, Jerry?
I'll say something
What you
negative.
got?
She hasn't spoken up.
Okay. Well, that's what we talking.
But we don't want her to be what?
That's what we're talking about. That's the whole
I know,
topic.
but just because she hasn't spoken up, I don't have to attack the woman. I can see it from all the.
Attack
Wait
is
a
a strong
second. Wait a
word.
second.
Everything doesn't got to be about attack.
Wait.
Attack.
I'm trying to put myself in her shoes, and I'm trying to see all the things around her. Every
That
way.
was funny. He said, I'm gonna give her something negative. She ain't speaking up. That's hey, Jerry. Ding, 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 ding. You are won a prize, my friend. You finally got up to what the fuck y'all was talking about the entire time that you was arguing about with Angry Man the whole time was about her not speaking up, not attack. Okay, goodness.
She's being pulled like taffy. And how much impact she has on not only women's basketball, this league, but sports in general and women's sports specifically. And so you have all those.
That's what's dying down. That's what's dying down. Her brand isn't dying down, but her impact that she had, the momentum that she had, oh, that's going down. That's going down. She really had an impact. Now again, of course, she saw the LP. You wouldn't be able to tell what I'm saying by the way they loved her up at the LPGB. I don't know what the fuck it's called. The golf shit. Okay. Followed her heavily. Everybody was in love. But the way Caitlin Clark, her rookie year, and even her senior year, but especially her rookie year, it was like women's sports was just something different in the air. Now, since she didn't play all year, right, and she hasn't spoken about nothing all year, yeah, women's sports is back to nothing no more. Damn, this is tough. No, her part. Let me see. Hold on. Ben says we were brainwashed at the point. Yeah. What's M. Lois says no, her popularity would not fade. She built her brand already. Yeah, she built her brand, her popularity when she do something. But this is what I'm talking about, Louise. She really put a spotlight just on women's sports in general. And she brought the life back to basketball, I want to say, in general. Like the fact that she is battling with, she's shooting further distance from any other men in NBA, including Steph Curry on average. She outselling jersey sales all the top dudes except for LeBron and Steph Curry. Like that's the only two she behind. So like she was making women in general, all sport, all over. You had to look at them a little bit differently. It was something. To me, it was something in the air with women's sports in general. Not no more. Her aura though is her aura because she carries that with her. So wherever she go, yes, it's gonna go. But I don't know if you did you get what I'm saying, Pete? Did you kind of get a little bit what I'm saying? I just want to
absolutely, but I totally agree with you. But I will say one thing, Pope. People need to realize, don't think that because she's so popular that it can't go away. Because maybe a lot of you won't go away, but believe you me, if fans have to leave,
Damn, what happened, Pete? Pete, come back on. What happened, bro? Your shit must have died or something. That's usually when somebody's shit died. Pete must have let his iPhone or some laptop or something die. But yeah, man. The Jetson, shout out to the Jetson. Ben says nothing different. We were just so enamored with her. We had rose petal glasses on. Yeah, because now, like me personally, like I have digressed big time off of Caitlin Clark and myself. Like, and I'm such a Clarkie. But it's like she turning me off by not. She's too buttoned up. You too much anything ain't good for you. It's good that she carried herself the way she's carried herself. But in certain situations, we also want to see you be able to speak up. In certain shit, not no activist type shit, but like certain things, like in this scenario, in the scenario of the injury, I even believe, when they kept playing with the day-to-day and this, that, and the other. I wanted to see you speak up, even when from the very beginning, when they tried to make it seem like you were sitting out because out the first preseason game, because you was a little hobbled, and you came up there and was like, hey, but see, even then, to me, you should have spoke up like, nah, I'm not hurt. I'm just sitting out. This is the first preseason. Like, don't let them turn you into a liar like them. And you let them do that. And I know it's little by little is how they play with you in this game. First, they're going to have you lying. And they had you lying this year. They had you lying this year. Even them little white lies. They just little white lie. Just say you injured. Just go along with it, Caitlin, okay? We're going to say you injured and you just go along with it, okay? All right. Yeah, it's preseason. Yeah. But so many people want to see you preseason. We don't want everybody to be tripping out. So just we're going to say your thigh or something, a little bruise, and we're just being cautious or whatever. But Caitlin was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm great. We're just being extra cautious. Mm-hmm. No, they just set her out because she had a back-to-back preseason game. That's all. But and then she let the whole injury linger, the day-to-day shit linger, instead of letting her peoples know who coming to buy and sell out the arenas and all of that type of shit. And wherever she went, hoping to see her play, hoping to get an autograph from her, that type of shit. Again, she should have shut all of that down and not let them use her to be a guinea pig. Like, here, we're going to keep you out. We're going to act like you might have a chance to play. And then here, you sign all these autographs, even though I believe that's what she want to do. But since we know that's what you want to do, great. Keep coming on the road with us, even though you should be resting your leg and you should have that up and chilling at home, warm pad, cold pad on it, that type of shit, constant massages, whatever. That's what you should. But we're going to keep you on the road and have you signing. And since you love to sign, sign all the autographs, even though you're supposed to be rehabbing and resting. But we know this is our last year in the WNBA, so fuck it. Go ahead, let's do it. Let's milk the cow. Why? Why the getting is good. So that's tough. That's why I feel like Caitlin, man, she gotta. At this point, we come back down to earth. At this point, I feel like, again, it's time for her to say something, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not. I could be wrong on this. I could be wrong. Pete could be wrong. We could be wrong. Angry could be wrong. But I feel like I'm not. I've been felt like this, like in my spirit. I'm like, she should be standing up for something because it's a lot that's falling all around her. It's a lot of chaos and unprofessionalism. It's a lot of bogusness going on around her in the league that she wants to be successful. So why not say something? I mean, the only way you're going to get things to improve sometimes if you got to speak up on certain issues, certain things of this stature. Like when Jim Brown stood up and was doing what he was doing and Muhammad Ali was being an activist at the time, it was the time for them to do that because they was really under the gun. That's when black people was really under the gun in America, okay? When Muhammad Ali was speaking up against white supremacy and all of that type of shit, that was happening. That was holding black people back. When is his name Joe Brown? Is that his name? The running back? Joe Brown? When he was doing it, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when them cats was speaking up, it was at a time where they needed to speak up.
Correct.
When Ray Charles walked out and said, "Oh, when they let him know, hey yo, they not allowing your black fans to have none of the front rows. They putting us all in the back, bro, or they not even letting us in, or whatever it was, whatever discrimination it was." When he became weary of it, not performing there. Then fuck y'all.
Yep.
And so this is where Caitlin. She's at this point, and I don't care what y'all say. She to me can handle it. Actually, like Pete was saying, she's very well spoken, smart, all of that. She knows how to articulate herself. She knows business. She had a 4.0 in school on taking business class. Like, so, and she's lovable, likable, all of that good stuff. To the point where she don't got to come out and yada, 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 and guns blazing. No, she knows how to conduct herself in a manner to where it's still going to be PC, but it's going to be alarming and say, hey, yo, it's very, if I say something, if she say, oh, that shit going to hit the fan, it's going to hit differently.
Exactly.
Than if something, and to me, that's her responsibility. That's the responsibility of the great. You got to, certain times, you got to do certain things. Jordan didn't have to do that. When he came in, the people already paved the way. Okay, the Dr. J's and them dudes said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's. Yeah, they stood on business, and things was a lot better when Jordan got there, and all he had to do was play ball. Same thing with Kobe. So it was different for them. Same thing even with Tiger. Tiger just got praised. He had to take a whole lead, but he took it, and boy, they just praised him for it. So he didn't have to do it. It was unnecessary for him to call out anything. This is necessary.
It is.
What up, Pete? You back? What happened?
Yeah, sorry, my PC froze. But I was listening on my other computer. I just wanted to say something to you. When you mentioned the injury and the lies, you ever watch? I know everybody has seen videos, has heard stories about, like, somebody says, I got injured, I got a back injury, I can't work. And then the insurance company, like, films them lifting heavy boxes and shit, bowling, doing all sorts of shit. That's how it felt with Cece. That's for anybody who's wondering what happened. Pete used to defend. That's what got me pissed, because that's what it was like for me watching Cece going along with the groin, the ankle, which I've been saying the ankle was a hoax from day one. Okay. And then we see her kicking soccer balls, standing up, jogging, signing autographs for an hour and a half. And, and people want to excuse her so bad. They're like, the first thing is, you're not a doctor. Well, guess what, guys? None of you are referees, but you don't have a fucking problem bashing the referees and the job that they do. You see, none of you are general managers, but you don't got a problem bashing Amber Cox. We don't have to be this or that. I don't have to be a doctor. As long as I can read medical textbooks and articles and understand and interpret, then I know, and I can tell you clearly, with an ankle bone bruise injury on day one, it is impossible to walk. Impossible. Okay, that comes from doctors, not me. And yet she was at the Phoenix game the same day and stood up and sat down more than 20 times. Signed autographs pre and post game for a total of over 90 minutes. So we know what time it is, Pope, but people don't want to accept that because people like Tina love to say she would never lie to her fans because, Pope, like you said earlier, they don't understand the dirty, grimy, slimy shit you gotta do to get to the level where Caitlyn is at and the level where she still wants to get to. They don't understand that access to people like Taylor Swift is not free. You gotta do some shit.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. It's Caitlyn, she definitely lied to us, and like you said, when I seen her, I even did right here in my living room. I got up and I tried to act like I was bending over signing autographs, right? And I was bending down like that for like a minute on my live, and people thought I was tripping, but yeah, that shit was even hurting my inner thighs.
Yeah.
Just the 1 minute that I was doing that. Because I wanted to see what kind of strength, what kind of muscles you're gonna use doing that, and you definitely using your inner thigh muscles where her growing is at. So I'm like, who would do that and have a strain growing? Again, they never told us what level of strain it was, right? Just a strain growing, not if it was. So, anyways, yeah, I seen her. I literally watched her sign half of the gym autographs, bro. When I went to the Dallas Wings and she played with a Mavericks play where it was 20,000 motherfuckers packed. That motherfucker was packed. And she signed everybody's autograph for like an hour, bro. She went from that side to that side, to that side, to that side, to that side, and walked out the tunnel. Exactly. She hit every side of whoever was down there. She sat there for at least 30 minutes there, 15, 20, like she went around. I'm like, wait a minute, you supposed to be out with a growing injury?
If this was an insurance case, I'm telling you, if she was you or me and doing that, we would have been charged criminally already.
Yeah, man. And then to see her jumping up and down, getting up and down off the bench, to see her playing soccer, to see her shooting half court shots when they warming up and all that type of shit. And people like, oh, well, that ain't the same as money. Nah, man, you don't risk kind of doing none of that if you're trying to get back. And from a growing injury. You're supposed to be resting and only rehabbing when it's time to rehab. But you ain't supposed to be out there half court shot contests and you going on a road all the time because you getting up and down on planes. You walking up and down on that steps of the private plane. You going up and down to the hotel. All of this shit. You walking all around these places when you're supposed to be resting your legs. That made no sense, and it was so obvious to me. It was so obvious to me that she definitely was being disingenuous. And again, hold on, let me land right here. I'm gonna land right here because I feel like God don't like ugly, and she knows she was going along to get along at said time. And when she came back into that Seattle and she was shooting horribly, like God put a lid on the, He put a lid on the basket on her ass. And she couldn't buy a fucking basket. And the next thing you know, she really actually hurt herself. That's why she's over there crying. Because she probably know, God got me back for lying. Now I really got a fucking growing injury on this bullshit. Because to me, I believe the whole time she was never injured. I believe that shit.
Definitely not ankle injury.
She tweaked that bitch in that Seattle game and she hit the thing. And that was all her frustration. Like, fuck, I knew. Because us people who believe in God too, we believe karma's a bitch. And certain things that come around and bite you in the ass. And when you do little certain things, when you know better too, yeah. Sometimes we equate that. So I don't know. You know.
And you know what's funny? You really know what's funny, Pope? Well, first, I just want to point out a comment. M. Louise said, you CC hater now too. I don't know who you're talking to, but I know Pope is not, and I know I'm not. You see, this is the problem. You know, you can't point out truth because even if it's in people's faces, no, you're being a hater. Listen, even now, remember when a couple of weeks ago, the betting scandal, the gambling, the NBA, I forget the guy, is it Lowry? Whatever, Rozier, is it? Indicted? Anyway, okay, part of that whole gambling thing was one of those guys, Rozier, I think it was, the one who got indicted, he faked an injury to keep his prop bets on the under so his people could cash. Okay, and you guys are still questioning whether players because I've heard, I mean, people just don't get it. People just don't want to get it. They see what they want to see. They hear what they want to hear. Players train all their lives. You think they're going to fix games? You're seeing it now. You just don't want to believe it about Cece because you have this bubble you've created of perfection, that she's perfect. She tells no lies. When she farts, it smells like sandalwood potpourri, you know, and she just never makes a misstep. You saw Jerry and Tina struggled to even say something critical about her. That just proves the point. Okay, but yeah, for all of you who are still doubting, yes, there was no ankle bone bruise injury, guys. There was none. She never got any rest. And don't get on your exit press conference and tell me as a fan, I did everything I could to get back on bullshit. The first and foremost is resting at home, not getting on planes either, Pope. Okay, because all that shit aggravates injuries. People saying, "Oh, you know that you can kick a ball, you can do that." I have a cousin who my uncle's a neurosurgeon. My cousin had 8 ankle bone bruises, sure, and he kicked 50 million. People will say anything just to be right, and they will refute what you see on video. Okay. And you know I've been saying this shit for the longest. That's what got me souring on her, because I was like, fuck, you're gonna do your, on top of the fact that you don't defend your fans, you're gonna lie to them and make them spend their money, because it's their choice to spend money and go to the games knowing you might not play, but you're not doing anything to tell them, don't, chill, don't spend your money, or at least if you're going to, just know this is what's going down, this is the truth. But and people like, no, she has an NDA, bullshit. Angel Reese, every time she has been injured, whether it's true or not, she has spoken out, she has spoken about her injury. So I don't want to hear shit about she had an NDA, she couldn't speak. Bullshit. She went along with it. She went along with the lies.
She went along with the lies. Ben say he got a question for us. Pete says, why y'all expect so much from a Swiftie? They're serious. That's a good one, Ben.
True, that made me laugh.
Yeah, Ben is hilarious, man.
I'm gonna get you, Ben.
That's my guy. Let me see. He wanted to know. He said he dead ass. So let me ponder. Let me do a little pondering. Let me go to the pond. Well,
now,
why
about
do you expect so
CC
much?
the Swiftie,
Because
is he talking about CC the Swiftie? I think he is, right? Well, if you're talking about CC, I can tell you right now, Ben, the reason I'm on this stance and so
Taylor
harsh
Swift,
is because
yeah,
the fans
Pete.
tell us every day how she's the GOAT, how she's the most powerful, and blah, blah, blah. So with great power comes great responsibility.
Now, well, me personally, I do because I can tell she been touched. She been blessed. And who said this? Let me go back up to that comment
Agree with
because
you, Ben. I've
the
Ben, you know
Jetson
I'm gonna say it.
99. I'm about to pull that comment back up because that was cold. Let me see where it was.
He
Uh,
said,
she
yeah.
says they bullying my girl not to rock the boat. That's when you really need to rock the boat. Yeah, see, that's where it is for me. It's like Caitlyn is fiery enough, she's smart enough, uh, and again, to me, she's been blessed by the Almighty, highly favored. So she needs to definitely, she sees something wrong. And this is why I believe the Lord kept me out of the industry for real. Like He gave me the smarts not to just sign for fame. Because Death Row tried to sign me a crazy, stupid deal. I turned it down. Not at all. It was just trying to sign. I can get the fame, but no fortune. I'm not. Same thing with Ice Cube, West Side Connection, and what he was running. He tried to sign me. He dirty deal, not taking it, right? So, but you got to understand, Kaylin, in this situation, and look, I know the powers that be, they might be on their bumper. I was watching that P. Diddy shit too the other day. That's wow. But I was going, I'm mixing them in together later on another video. But how it's the same, because it's the same industry that she playing in, that P. Diddy is in, and how much of the amount of shit he was able to get away with from doing dirty deeds. And it's wild. But so these type of motherfuckers can be putting pressure on her, trying to bully her into not saying nothing and threaten her and this, that, and the other. But just like how Candace Owens is like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna say even some more shit. Then I'm gonna let him know you said you was gonna try to take me out next. Yeah, because you're gonna die one day, and everybody gonna die one day. So go out on your sword. Go out on your sword and let people, because that's what has to happen is people got to start, especially who knows these type of things is going on, got to start speaking out against it and ride with it, and we got to have their back. Point blank. Period.
Exactly. I think she's trying to ride the fence. She's not going full Paige Beckers, but she has bought into the white guilt narrative. When we saw that, like Ben just mentioned in the Time interview, that should have been the first red flag for people. And some people are still denying she said she had white privilege, even though she said the words, and she said her exact words were, "I'd like to say that I've earned everything I have, but there is white privilege." I mean, it doesn't get clearer than that, guys. So if you're still denying, then that's on you. But so she hasn't gone full blown Paige Beckers, but she's trying to ride the fence so she doesn't lose her fan base, because she knows a lot of her fan base doesn't like that woke shit. But she's also, you know what I'm saying, like not doing what she should be doing. So she's trying to straddle the fence, and I'm sorry, you can only do that for so long.
Only do it for so long, man. Let's get back to this video, though.
Pressure on a quote grown woman at 23, and I dare say that you at 23 look a lot different than you do today. You have a lot more intelligence and a lot more moxie today than you did back then. So she's still developing, and she's got all this pressure, and she's got the closest people to her coach and her teammates that have openly shown disrespect.
Okay, she needs to ignore the referees more. That's what I'm going to say as a negative, that she needs to ignore
at the same time, the only thing I can hope for is that the money will start talking and Goldman Sachs will lay down some laws, because now they represent her.
Jesus.
And if anybody can make money walk, it's Goldman Sachs. And here's the other thing I'll say about this year, and then I'll get off the phone. Okay? If things don't change this year, her following is gone.
Jerry, I'm gonna say
it's gone.
Sorry,
it's gone.
Angry, like that's what
you just mentioned. Goldman Sachs, like Goldman Sachs is gonna step in the way people are talking about the president, the DJI.
Goldman Sachs is gonna replace her current rep.
Let me tell you about Goldman Sachs, because you haven't done the homework, and 90% of you haven't. I have.
I'm sure you got it all taken care of.
Goldman Sachs manages over $1 trillion in wealth and assets globally. Some of their biggest clients are BlackRock and others. If you don't know about BlackRock, look them up. And CC is a blip on their freaking radar. Okay, you guys will argue that Jesus Christ will come down and save CC. Anything for CC to, every idea you guys have, everything you propose winds its way around to, again, CC not holding herself accountable, not speaking up. You want miracles to happen, everything to change without her opening her mouth.
So now you're the pro on, everything on Goldman Sachs.
No, I know
swear
more
to God,
than you.
you know everything.
I know more
on
than
everything.
you, and that's enough.
Exactly.
Everything, everything.
So Pete, you know all about Goldman Sachs now. Whatever you.
Well, I don't know why KTV repeated what she just said, but I mean, and listen, the fact that
they don't like to get the women angry.
Yeah, and the fact that Pete, when he said something, he explained, like you can tell he got knowledge of it. I couldn't tell you who the fuck Goldman Sachs. So the fact that Pete has knowledge of what he's saying, well, he might know somebody. What's he coming? Oh, so now you know, just because he knows somebody.
You think you know it all. You think you know. Well, I'm sorry if I know. I'm not going to apologize for knowing more than you.
Right. You're supposed to tell
when the story broke, Pope, when the story broke that Goldman Sachs purchased Elite, which is Caitlin's agency that represents her, the first thing I did was I read up on Goldman Sachs. I knew who they were, but I read up on who their clients are, blah, blah, blah. You understand what the implications could be? Okay. And that's why I was able to tell them this, but they're not trying to hear nothing. So everything is either an insult or you think you know it all, blah, blah, blah. They don't listen. They're pre-programmed, Pope. They're predisposed that because they don't like me, they're predisposed to just discard everything I say. You could say, the sky is blue, and they'll be like, Pope is cooking. I can get on 2 minutes later and say the sky's blue. They'll be like, get this fucking troll off, man. This dude's a troll.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
And Louise, she says, have you experienced being backstabbed no matter how you do to play with your teammates? It's different to one's mental health. She has a lot to endure. Maybe she expects her fans to understand her.
Louise, that's sports. That's sports. The problem, M. Louise, is that too many CC fans think, and I can prove it. They believe that everybody she plays with must be her best friend. Okay, and I'll prove it to you. Any player who likes a post about CC, you immediately get her fans saying, "Can the Fever sign her? She likes CC. Can the Fever sign her?" Am I right or am I wrong, Pope?
That's true. It's true.
You know, look at Rodman and Jordan. We were just talking about them about Jordan a little while ago. Rod, Jordan didn't like Rodman. They never hung out. But Jordan knew, okay, if I want a three-peat again, this is a guy that I probably need. Okay, so he had no problem playing with him. No problem. Okay, not everybody's going to be your friend, guys. It's great that Sophie and Lexi are buddies with her. Boston is a snake. I've always said it. But not everybody is going to be best friends.
Yeah, yeah. Not everybody. Not only that. It doesn't matter when it comes down to saving the league. Again, if she advocates for this league, which she does, and she wants to play in this league, uh, she's always dreamed of it, all this stuff. And the league is basically showing what the people that's negotiating for the new contract of the league is not doing it in good favor of the everybody else, the players, including herself.
Exactly.
And really, when she's the one that's driving all the numbers and getting them paid more and what they trying to do, but yet they going elsewhere where she don't want to play in Project B or well, again, I don't know that though yet because again, she ain't said shit. So you should see even on things like that. When Project B first initially came out and say, "Oh, we're gonna get Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese $50 million," she could have sent an easily tweet out whether she considering it, not considering it, whatever. Yeah, thanks, Project B. I'll take it in consideration. She could have just tweeted out something like that. That's saying something. That's saying something. She don't say shit about shit, and that's what we talking about. Like, how are you going quiet when your league is going by the wayside and everybody is trying to sabotage you? Reason why I put in my lyrics: if they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels. Working at a car wash because most of them all wash. Claiming they the reason that most of us all, but because I already knew that they was gonna try to lock her out. I knew, and she knows that they were gonna try to lock her out. So this is why it to me is pivotal for her to, hey yo, what is we doing here? Because really, y'all should just be negotiating with me.
Yeah, but it is possible, Pope. Tell me what you think. It is possible that she was approached, and let's say she wasn't threatened, which is totally possible, okay? But it is possible that they went to her and said, you know what? They know she's the driving force. She's the needle. They know that. Everybody knows it. That's undisputed. However, it's possible they went to her and said, if this deal is going to get done, if a historic deal is going to get done, you're gonna have to be like a CIA agent who gets a medal, like a CIA spy who gets a medal in a private ceremony because you're undercover. Nobody can know who you are, so you get that shit in like a presentation with like two people in the room. No big pomp and circumstance, no hoopla. It's possible they told her you're gonna have to be satisfied with knowing and your fan base knowing that you're the needle and you were the driving force, but you cannot. If this deal gets made, the CBA, it'll be historic, partly in large part because of the salary increases, but you cannot be the face of it because the truth is you're white, as you know, Caitlin, and this is a predominantly black league, and we don't want to give the impression that these black players who have been here for 27 years needed a white savior. I guarantee you that has something to do with it. But even if that happened, I still bash her for agreeing to it because you say you want to uplift the league, then you should be speaking, period. You should stop referring to these chicks already. You should stop deferring. Like you said, Jim Brown didn't ask anybody for permission. Muhammad Ali didn't ask anybody for permission. You got people. LeBron doesn't ask anybody for permission.
Correct. And his brand just gets bigger and bigger. And nowadays, most people, especially these younger crowds, and you talking about hip hop. I mean, not hip hop, but basketball being predominantly black players and things of that nature. So even though CC White, it's like they like degeneracy type shit. They like drama. They like it when somebody like a LeBron tweet out this or that and cryptic messages, and then they go on ESPN and try to figure out what does he mean, who is he talking about, and so on and so forth. So in these days and age, you don't got to be so buttoned up and PC'd up for your brand to withstand being big and great and grand. So she could speak up on these issues and people would embrace her, especially her people, the people who back her. If Caitlin Clark came out and said anything about these negotiations ain't going right, it looks like a conflict of interest when it comes. If she was to say, we would have her back 1,000,000%.
That's the problem, Hope. That's the problem. Her fan base has shown her they're not going to boycott. They're not going anywhere. So she has no reason to change her stance. You know what I mean? Her approach.
Yeah, yeah, man. She needs to speak up. Again, this ain't just about players. Nobody's saying she needs to speak out against the players that's attacking her or whatever, or miss, extra fouls. We all see it. We all talk about it.
Stop being a fucking doormat. Stop being a fucking doormat.
Correct. Stop letting people run up on you, ready to fight you and all of that type of stuff. But as far as when it comes to this league, things that's going on, what's your next move? Where you playing at? Yeah, you should keep your fans informed on things like that, especially since we the driving force of her popularity to me. But yeah, let's let you keep it on here though.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what subject.
No, Angry. There's a difference. You know that joke? If a bear is chasing me and you angry, I don't have to run faster than the bear. I just got to run faster than you. Okay? Same principle here. I don't have to be an expert on Goldman Sachs. I just have to know more than these stands who are into idolatry on this panel, who haven't done their homework and are talking like Goldman Sachs purchased this just for CC and they're going to fix all the problems. I mean, come on, man. You got a better chance playing the Powerball.
Hey.
I'm already playing the Powerball. Can I talk for a minute?
And by the way, the Powerball is $775 million.
That ain't enough. Can I talk for a second?
Sure can.
Okay. For Pete, first thing I'm going to straighten you up on is the bear story. That bear got big by eating everything it could catch. So it's going to catch the fast guy first and then come back for your slow ass. Yeah. So don't tell me you know shit about bears. So that's number one. Number two, I think.
Wait, Phil got smoked?
And he's wrong about the Bears.
Caitlin Clark is biting in her time because she's in a 3-year contract, right? So when is the time for her to really raise hell? It's in the option year of her contract, not in her first year, which I think she got some things straightened out because Christy Sides changed her whole game plan. Mm-hmm. But then in comes Stephanie White, who's so close to Amber and Kristoff that they give her the reins. She brought with her these loafing dinosaurs. Okay, well now we're in a whole new world. The CBA, everybody on the team is a free agent, right?
Yep.
So I'm the owner. Let's just say that. I'll say I'm the owner. I'm a free agent too. Yes, you're going to say I can pay somebody $1 million, but I don't have to, do I? So I got veterans minimums, I got rookie minimums, and I got maximums, but I also got a cap. So my thinking on the CBA is raise the cap to $6 million. That is a $500,000 average. If I want to, as a owner, I can go on out and get me 12 average players then. And if I think those 12 average players can do what Duke did in 2010 or Indiana State did when they got to the finals and come within a blink of beating Michigan State, then that's up to me because that's my team, right? So I think the answer is don't worry about the veteran players. The girls that are negotiating, I'm sorry to call them girls, I know they're women, but these women that are negotiating for the dinosaurs. They are all like, poor me, I never got paid. Oh my God. We're going to make damn sure that somebody pays Chelsea Gray $1 million. If you get a choice between...
Man, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm lost. This motherfucker took the conversation somewhere. I have no clue.
His ass was out the moment he tried to refute me on bears. He doesn't know. And this is a guy who supposedly goes hunting. Okay, and then another guy is going to come up and try to refute my theory about my analogy about the bears.
Too far ahead, yeah. But hold on, I'm trying to figure out: is anybody in the chat? Is anybody in the chat smart enough to keep up what the fuck Phil is talking about? Let me
paying Chelsea Gray $1 million and Juju Watkins $260,000. Who are you going to take?
Juju.
And I'm going to take me 12 Jujus and tell Chelsea Gray to kick rocks. So it's up to me if who I hire in, as long as I stay in the cap, right? There's nothing in the rules says I gotta hire 12 veterans or 3 of each or anything like that. So I think we're not giving the owners enough credit. But what I think is going to happen is we're going to see the cap go to 12 to $6 million. And then they're going to say, all right, you want your rent? We'll negotiate that individually. As an owner, if I want to give part of your salary as your rent, that's up to me, right? There's no admiration for all these Beckers. I want to see how get me a pretty damn good team, averaging lesbian, or you got to take that.
First of all, Williams, just for your information.
We'll come back to the one that can catch later. Pete, can we get a basketball take? What do you want the Indiana? Please, just one basketball take. No race baiting, no nothing.
No, I get. What's your question?
Do you think Goldman Sachs can make a layup? That's what he's asking you.
The only ones who thought that was funny was Tina and Jerry. That was so corny.
First of all, Williams, just for your information, because I don't think you listened to the whole live, and I didn't bring up the social justice stuff and the non-basketball side. I didn't bring that up. That's number one.
All right, that's cool. Can we get a basketball?
What?
Say, please.
What? Bring up a topic.
It's like a basketball take. Motherfucker, ain't nobody talking basketball. Bro, see, some people so slow.
They only got a problem when I speak. They only got a problem.
The whole time, hold on. The whole time, they've been talking about the CBA and Caitlin Clark not speaking up. And here come a jackass. I don't never hear you talking basketball. Bro, barely anybody gets to talk about basketball when it comes to the WNBA. It's mainly all drama. So if you've been following most channels, we ain't talking basketball when it comes to what's going on. First of all, Caitlin Clark was out, but mainly all year, so that was a wash. But again, this didn't have nothing to do with the conversation. Same with Phil. It didn't have nothing to do with the conversation that was being had between Jerry, Tina, Pete, Angry Fan, and he just went on his whole other rant to something else. And then this dude come in, and I'm like, Pete, I never hear you talk about basketball.
They just want to pile on.
Yeah. So let's listen.
Did you listen to it?
He did. He said he would like to know what you think about the Indiana Fever, what type of offense you think they need to run.
What players do you need? So on and so forth.
Perfect. You know what?
It
can't be.
No, we all get
what Angry say, because I'm with Angry right here. Hold on.
That up. That's number one.
All right, that's cool. Can we get a basketball?
What?
Say, please.
What? Bring up a topic, brother.
Did you listen to it?
He did. He said he would like to know what you think about the Indiana Fever, what type of offense you think they need to run.
What players do you need? So on and so forth.
We don't know what's on the team yet.
Perfect.
What kind of question is
Perfect.
that?
You know what?
We don't
It
know.
can't be.
No, we all get KTV made we always make basketball tapes of what we want the
But we
Indiana.
don't know who's coming back. We don't know who's going to be here. So how can you really answer that question if you don't know who's going to be on the team? I don't understand that.
Because he
I mean,
just
we always speak hypothetically of what the team should look like. So we don't got to know who's like exactly going to be on the team, but like what type of player.
You don't. Not only do you not know who's going to be on the team, you don't even know if it's going to be a league, a season. This is what's crazy. He want to hear a basketball take, and it's not even. It's looking like it might not even be a season. It's looking like they headed towards a lockout. What you mean? What player I want to see on the team? Motherfucker, it ain't gonna be no team. And I don't even care about the team. I want to know what CC next move is, since it's looking like it's not going to be a 2026 season. That's more important than talking about some hypothetical fantasy team you want to hear me put together real quick just to appease you. Fuck you. We talking about Kaylin need to speak out.
Do you want to see around CC the type of offense? Like what? Like, do we need more athletic bigs? Do we need more shooting people?
No, we talked about that during the season, nigga. We not in no season. He just rubbed me the wrong way. These type of people. I hate
It's hive mentality. It's hive mentality.
It really rubs me the wrong way.
They all want to come.
I didn't mean to get loud, chat. I didn't mean to get too loud. But yeah, that type of shit. Yeah.
You know what it is, Pope?
We need more shooting around.
Excalibur sword. They're all lining up to try to pull me out of the rock. They all want a shot at the king. That's all.
Just see what you want to, mother, you idiot.
Man, Jay, we need to play out the ball, bro. Pete, do you? I can't hear Pete Division.
You need defense, first of all. So number one.
I can't hear you, KTV.
Boy, that's astute.
Can I speak?
Yeah, pick some players. Pete.
Thank you.
How about picking some players?
You want to?
Pete,
want to laugh? Pete. Like I never. Wait. You and Tina want to laugh and call Williams? Like I never talked basketball. When you guys hang every one of your comments on, look at the award Cece got today. She got the Betty Crocker Female Athlete of the Year.
They literally asked you, Pete.
I'm going to answer his question. I'm going to answer his question.
It don't take you 10 minutes.
Okay,
bro.
I just said you need defense. First of all, get rid of. I'm trying to. Do you guys want me to answer or not?
Yes, I don't need to hear you talk about what Tina and them awards. He asked you about what,
and I'm trying to answer it.
Question, bro. Like, what the fuck?
First of all, you need more defense. Get rid of Kelsey Mitchell. Let her
now KT
and
replace her with who?
Now KTV got smoke with you too. Goddamn, what's going on?
Because
who would you like her to be replaced with?
So he's trying to balance free agents are out there, but
Pete. I feel like they have. Well, you really don't.
No. Before you co-sign that, brother.
I'm going to mute you if you cut me off. I actually already. There's only 2 people that aren't free agents. So for you to say what free agents are out there, the whole fucking league is out there. It's only 2 people under contract that aren't free agents that are veterans. So the whole league is out there. I did multiple videos about the shooting guards. I said for the people that want to replace Kelsey Mitchell. Here are 5 or 6 names you should look at. You don't know none of them.
Yes, I do.
Wait. Did KTV just pull a Stephen A. Smith against Drake May on you? he automatically assumed you seen his video about the list of shooting guards. So
Should I tell him as the video progresses? I tell him I answered this question.
Don't give it away yet, Pete. We about to play it.
Okay.
Don't give it away yet. But I'm just saying, he acting because I'm about to play it right now. I just wanted to say, because he giving you I did a video the other day about all the shooting guards. But hey, K, because K, my guy, maybe he didn't see the video. KTV, goddamn, give him. First of all, because what I don't like is how a boy come in and just try to change the trajectory of where the show was going and where the conversation was going. Phil just tried to do it or whatever. Shit was whacking, and he just come in with blurting out, "Oh, you don't know basketball." And KTV has had you on his panel many times all during the season talking basketball, so he should know better than this jackass. And he should have been like, "Nah, I didn't heard Pete talk basketball." So I don't know why he acting like, yeah, he's never heard you talk back. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But again, maybe that's why I say to KTV. Maybe Pete didn't see the video.
I said we should replace Natasha Howard with Azurá Stevens from the Sparks.
I said this long ago.
No, we just ask you,
okay,
who do you want them replaced with, and you don't have no answers.
I got 3 names for you. One of them is impossible.
No.
What's the name?
No. You didn't have no fucking answers and no fucking names because you just said, oh, we have to see what free agents are out there. Nigga, the whole fucking league is free agents that aren't on rookie contracts except Lexi Brown and Kehlani Brown. So what are you talking about?
If that's the case, you might as well make a fucking all-star team then. That's the case.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The question don't make sense.
It does make sense. We're talking in hypothetical, bro.
All right, so hypothetically, I think Steve
bro, y'all niggas be acting retarded. Y'all know damn well you.
Oh, wait, now the host is going at it. Pete, you got the host is going at it. Hey, listen, these two dudes are authentic. I love both of them, man.
This is no fucking names because you just said, oh, we have to see what free agents are out.
Hold on, let me. I got it. Hold on. This dude right here, Robert. What's his name? Robert Jones. Are you a Caitlin Clark fan? Now, if I need to know what side of the fence you on first, before I can understand this this comment that you commenting on. Yeah, Robert, you have been called upon, sir. Make it clear. Are you a CC fan, hater? Which one are you? What side of the fence are you on? Did not be able to comment too. Yeah, did not be able to get to what this is, what you're saying. I'm gonna address it anyway. Let me see. Hold on. Let me take it down. Why it won't show me? Okay. I'm with the chat. Oh, the chat. Let me see what else. Shout out to AW in the building too. Her beautiful self just slid through. Let's see. I'm with the chat. Talk basketball. Nobody wants to hear that doom and gloom bullshit you're talking about. Quit hating. Okay, so quit hating on who? Quit hating on who? CC? Quit hating on the WNBA players? That's what I'm trying to get you to clarify. Okay, here we go. He got it. Okay. Not a Fever fan. What's that guy talking about? They came within one game of going to the finals without CC the whole year. You are a true Glazer. Okay, so
but who's he talking about?
Yeah, I'm still confused. Okay, not a Fever. So we're hating on who? The players? They're trash. The whole league is trash. That's why anybody could make it to the finals. Anybody, you can bring in bums off the street. You can take, just like the Fever did, they can take players that nobody wanted from off the street and they play at the same level as the champs. They play. You can take players that know, because everybody basically on the same playing field. So there is no top teams and no good, all this BS, right? The league is trash. So yeah, the majority of the players are not that good. That's why you can go grab a Ari McDonald and she looked like a star. You can go grab a emoji face Sims and she looked like a star. You can go grab Ariel Power Rangers and she looked like just fresh off the couch, and they can come in and compete with who's supposedly the 2-3-time champs and MVP and all of that. Correct. You see, you really cook yourself. You make my point. Oh, they did all of this without Caitlin Clark, and they got to the yeah. They had a few smooth players, and you added the trash league, man. That's all. All right, so we can't talk basketball when there's no basketball even being played. For one, this is off season, and what's going on in off season is what we're talking about. Fucking idiot. Okay, when basketball is being played, I can see if a game just finished, right? We just finished watching a good game, and we're talking about something totally different besides the game that's not happening. You slow
Don't talk about doom and gloom. Dude, the league is about to fold.
Stupid ass.
What's going on now is doom and gloom.
People like him is a real idiot. Like, who raised you? You got any father figures in your life ever, sir? Now, who raised you? You ain't got no uncles, a big brother, or something? Is you really in your All right, I'm back. Pete was chilling. Pete said he'll be back. All right, let me pull that back on the screen. What we was watching and witnessing. I didn't hit a button. All right, let's go.
Nigga, the whole fucking league is free agents that aren't on rookie contracts except Lexi Brown and Kelani Brown. What are you talking about?
If that's the case, you might as well make a fucking all-star team then. That's the case.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The question don't make sense.
It does make sense. We're talking in hypothetical, bro.
All right, so hypothetically, I think Steve
Bro, y'all niggas be acting retarded. Y'all know damn well you can't sign 6 max players. If you're getting rid of 1 max player, you can replace it with 1 max player. Like,
I want Asia Wilson. I want Gabby Williams. I want
that's
you might as well just do that shit.
Realist, bro. Y'all niggas is acting like kids. Y'all niggas is acting like kids.
The question don't really make sense.
It does make sense.
See, now I understand where KTV is going, where he's like make it realistic. It's the league is open, but what I'm saying is too, the question doesn't make sense because first one, there's no basketball being played. 2, the league is going doom and gloom, like Pete and dumbass just said. The league is going underwater, right? And so it's no telling if there's even going to be an Indiana Fever next year, if there's even going to be a Caitlin Clark in the WNBA next year. So why would we do hypotheticals talking about teams that right now it's looking like it's going to be a lockout for 2026? So again, to me, that's why it don't make no sense. His question doesn't make sense. There's no basketball being played, and the league is facing a lockout. So why would I want to put together an imaginary roster or who I would like to see play with Caitlin Clark and how I would like to see the Fever get coached up and all of this shit? And it ain't going to even be no fucking season. That's why.
It's because if there's a salary cap, you know you're only going to be able to have 2 to 3 max people anyway. So you can't have Caitlin, Gabby, Aaliyah, Asia. That don't even make sense.
Let's get Hannah Stalky for Howard. How about that?
Hey,
bro,
good shout out to who just said this. This Samoan. Bro, funny how pretty much the whole league are free agents in a lockout year. Correct. This is not a coincidence, people. That's everything that I even said from the beginning of the live. It's not a coincidence all of a sudden they had a league like Unrivaled come right when the CBA was coming and Caitlin Clark was coming. That's not a coincidence. They've been known the CBA was coming and it was coming in 2026. Why would you, so even if I'm Nessa Collier and I'm Breonna Stewart, why would I try to formulate a new league, when I know we're about to negotiate for a new CBA and possibly get money that we need to get to where we don't even need this league?
And I'm part of the leadership, the union leadership.
And on top of, I'm part of the union leadership. They took 2 union leaders and made them co-founders. Because again, Nafessa Collier nor Breonna Stewart don't have enough money to start no league. They don't even have enough money to start a youth league. So they're just faces behind it. So why would they go with any of that knowing they knew? I didn't even know a CBA was coming. I'm sure a lot of us didn't know that the last time they did this was 10 years ago, 2016. And come around the corner, all the while, Caitlin Clark. So all the while, all right, make sure, because again, like he just said, like this statement says, funny how pretty much the whole league, you don't think they made sure that they was free agents so they wouldn't be tied to nobody and they can freely go sign with Unrivaled or Project, whatever it is. They're not tied to nothing. I just that's a good coincidence.
Oh, what are we like? He said he got 3 names. He should have gave us the 3 names. He said, "Oh, I don't know who's a free agent."
I said this long ago, if I may, Vision. I said this long ago on Courtside Stream. This topic came up.
Fuck what you said. I'll be over there for 8-9 hours. I'll be watching under this for 9 hours.
Okay, I said the question was
no, but Keith the I got that same shirt too. That's funny, but no.
Every time I try to tell them the names, I get interrupted. So
right. But it's like to think that people see KTV. You gotta understand if you listen, if you hear it. I know we've been on 3 hours, so you probably ain't hearing. But when y'all do this morning, man, I'm gonna have to tell you this, bro. You yourself are a content creator of women's basketball in general now, not even just Caitlin Clark. You covering damn near a lot of things that's going down the pipe when it comes to women's basketball. So you do your research. Pete we don't gotta know I don't even know who all. I didn't know that everybody was a free agent except for 2 players. That's something most people don't know, KTV. That's something you may know, and somebody like Ben Daniel for sure, and somebody like Mick Talk Hoops. But I don't give a fuck enough to know. I don't research. I'm looking for Caitlin Clark to play basketball. I want to know, when is Caitlin playing basketball? Where is she playing basketball? That's all I want to know. Anything else that comes with, they said she now, like that shit old to me now. Oh, she's the most like piece. She won a Betty Crocker Award. I don't give a fuck now. She's the most influential. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, that was all because it was crazy what she was doing last year. But now it's like, now she's not playing basketball. So it to me, last year, her rookie year, it was a highlight with everything she was getting because she was just doing everything at a crazy rate. From the fastest player to get this many assists, points, all the double doubles, all this type of shit, right? When it comes to points and assists, and so on and so forth, that shit was crazy. And then on top of most people saying, well, she ain't the reason why the league is like this now and this, that, and the other. It's the rookie class. And then so it made us, people who cover it, say, yeah, that's why she got that. That's why she got the Time magazine. That's why she got this and that and that. But now you didn't even play basketball all year. And now people like me who would love to see you play, I don't give a fuck that you got Woman of the Year. I don't give a fuck about none of that no more. Okay? Play basketball. Are you playing basketball? Where are you playing basketball at? That's what I want to know. And if you don't know, tell us you don't know. Tell us shit. With the way it's looking, the WNBA negotiations looking sour. I'm not fucking with no Project B, and y'all know I'm like 3-on-3. So it looks like I'm on, like she can joke and say, looks like I'm out of a job, guys. like something. You said nothing.
Who would you replace Mitchell with? That was the I said 3 names: Citron, Gray, or Plum. You can't get Citron. She's a rookie. They're not letting her go. I would go for Plum or Gray because they're 2-way players and Kelsey Mitchell is not. There's the answer to your question. It's not that I don't have an answer.
That is great. That's all you had to say instead of, I don't know who's free.
Well, I kept getting interrupted, brother.
No,
go ahead.
You want a whole diatribe about how Tina and them talk about awards when that's all he was actually asking you was a basketball take like that one. That's it. That's it.
Because I don't think he keeps up with the other part of it, KTV. He just keeps up with the stir shit politics part. That's all he knows about.
And Gabby Williams would be a good replacement. I put Gabby Williams in the video on the list of people that we can replace Kelsey Mitchell with, because I don't think Gabby Williams will get a max. So you definitely
okay. Now they're going too far in hypotheticals. That's when I'm done with the show. But that was good talk all the way. That's what I keep up with too. What you keep up with, Ben? What you keep up with? Cause yeah, man. I'm trying to. That's the only thing I'm gonna keep up with is when is Caitlin playing hoops? Is she gonna play? Looking forward to seeing her play. That ain't changed. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan of her game, but I'm not a fan of how she stands silent on all the issues. Like again, I don't say she needs to speak on everything that happened to her, but this. Specifically, this lockout in her next move of where she's playing basketball, I think we all should know that. Pete, any last words before we get out of here?
Oh, yeah. You notice at the end there, the gaslighting? I don't think he keeps up with the basketball. He only keeps up with this from the same people who run to every video from every. Did you notice Cece's not playing with her number for Team USA? Did you see Angel Reese's sneaker? Ha ha ha! That shit is ugly. Wait till Caitlin releases hers. Did you see what Asia Wilson said about Cece? That's all they keep up with. See, there's two kinds of fans. There's Cece fans, and I've said it before. There's Cece fans, and there's real hoops fans who happen to like Cece as a player as well. When I say only CC fans, I'm talking about the people who don't give a shit if she plays basketball or not. If they can watch videos all day on the loop of CC and Lexi going to Starbucks, they're happy to a T. They don't give a shit if she plays ball or not. I don't give a shit about her playing golf. I don't give a shit about her going to Starbucks or going to the petting zoo in Indy. I don't care. I want to see her play ball. That's when I'll become interested, because that's why I became interested in her. Okay? That's the bottom line.
Bottom line. And yeah, man, the funny thing too, they mad because they ain't paying for housing. I was going to play Rachel Demita's video because even she confused. And when Rachel Demita's confused, I don't know how this gonna work. Y'all start the season in March. When our rival ends, and y'all still supposed to be Project B. March Madness is going on. Like all the shit says we're not really trying to be here. We're not fucking with y'all. We got y'all gonna be in March Madness. We're gonna make a rule where you rookies gonna have to damn near make a decision. You might have to miss the March Madness practice game or something. But you better be at this goddamn this what they call it, the WNBA combine. You better be at this combine or we're taking half your shit. And if y'all playing overseas and you better be back here by March or we're taking half your shit too. That's clearly who's going to agree to that. Like when they've already signed deals, they're not going to be able to agree to it. And that's going to be even hard for the rookies to say, yeah, I'm going to the league because, you senior year, you in the March Madness, you possibly got a chance at the title, and now you got to break away from your team to go play in the WNBA Combine. That's crazy. I don't even understand that. That doesn't even make sense. And this is how you simplify life, ladies and gentlemen. If it doesn't make sense, it's not the truth. They know that shit ain't going to work.
Exactly. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for a video to drop. WNBA players counter offer. They're now all asking for EBT cards. They all want a WNBA SNAP program.
Oh, they want the housing. No, that's funny that y'all allowed them to even use the word housing for your welfare league that the WNBA has been. That's hilarious. Yeah, they've taken housing away from us.
Housing. They want child
bitches. They taking housing away from your food stamp, EBT, having
But that's why I tell you, blame the owners too, people.
Yeah.
I know people are siding with the owners, like I said, because they hate the way the players are acting now. The owners created this, folks, over 27 years. This is what you get when you have children. Those of you who have children, when you never tell them no, and you finally tell them no the first time, what happens? Just like when you lend somebody money all the time, Pope. The first time you say no, you were a great guy all this time. The first time you say, yo, I can't do it, I'm cash strapped right now, now you're an asshole.
And hey, good looking out on coming up on the show today, Pete, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And so I'll be back probably when the next something drop. Kaden Clark say something. We doubt that. So we'll see how this negotiation goes. Other than that, man, y'all stay tuned, man. All right, Pete.
Take care. Chat. Everybody in the chat, have a good night. Please join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. when we'll cover the topic, just how gay was the Roman Empire?
Word up.
All love, brother.
All love. All right, Pete. Hey, Pete is funny, man. Pete, that's my dude, man. He funny. But he speak his truth. He not his truth. He speak the truth. Speak the truth. And that's what we do over here on Just Being Frank show. You know, your feelings, wear them on your sleeve if you want to, but you shouldn't. This is basketball. This is hoop. This is now it's looking like it's not going to be any basketball. It's not going to be any hoops for Kaden Clark. And that's what I'm more concerned with. I'm more concerned with that. I'm more concerned with where is Kaden. Everybody, y'all living in not everybody, but a lot of y'all living in la land. And y'all think the WNBA is going to stick around. Why would they want to stick around? Let me learn you one more thing before I go. It makes sense for the WNBA to move on. The NBA to move on from the WNBA. Let me say that. Makes sense from the NBA to move on from the WNBA and let them go do their own thing because they're too far in the hole to ever recruit back what they've lost. Right? It's going to take them so long. And I don't think they're going to have that much of a needle of success besides Kaden Clark. Other than that, I still don't see nobody that's must-see TV out there when it comes to women's basketball. There's nobody. There's Kaden Clark, and that's it. Still. Hannah Hidalgo, love her. It's not must-see TV. It's hit and miss. Almost. Never hit and miss with Kaden Clark. You're going to get wow. You will be entertained every time you watch Kaden Clark play, even when she has bad games. You're entertained. She's going to wow you somehow, some way. Hannah Hidalgo, somewhat. Other than that, just regular degglers. It's a bunch of regular degglers coming down the pipe. Will they get better as Kaden Clark is in year 10 and all the girls have been trying to mimic Kaden Clark and maybe Hannah Hidalgo? Maybe so. Who knows? But still, man, why would I want to stick around and lost money with y'all for 28 years? Here go a new league willing to take y'all on. Go over there. Leave us alone. Let us just worry about the NBA. We smooth with the NBA. Y'all has been losing money for too long. So yeah, 2-year lockout and start over. Yeah, just start over. And just go away. The NBA say, we cool. Go to Project B. Y'all go over there. We done. We don't want to invest no more. It's only Kaden Clark. That's why I'd start over with what? Kaden Clark all over. It's one player. And it might not be another one that's like her because that's generational. So until the next generation, we might not see another one of that. And they probably won't even be like that. So why? Why do we need to start over? For what? It's just Kaden Clark. Here, somebody else. Y'all can have it. Have it as long as Kaden Clark's career, and hopefully you get another one of her. But we're done. We got Cooper Flagg, Luka Doncic, Jokic. We got enough white boys over here doing their stuff. We got enough non-Americans in the NBA killing the league. Look, we on the world stage in the NBA. You understand? We tired of you carrying y'all by y'all bootstraps. We done. And I know Caitlin's gonna make a buzz and she gonna make some money, but do it for somebody else. All right. All right, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's the Pope. Peace and love. I'm out.